monitors. Right?
Truth.
They all can't be acupuncturists.
What, Devon?
Devon's audio is coming in really quiet compared to everybody else. That's better.
That is better.
Bring those sultry tones, Devon.
Nice, Devon. I like the new stuff. I can dig it.
The new stuff?
He's got new overlays for the streamings.
What YouTube channel are we on?
We're there, and we are on Mixer.
We're everywhere.
Okay, so I think I got it. Where can I spells? So I've got Mage Hand, Prestidigitation, Thunderclap, False Life, Shield, and Thunder Wave.
Nice.
Nice. You got.
That's cool.
You're gonna do some damage.
I'm gonna try.
That's a stormy guy.
All right, I'm gonna transition over to where people can hear us and see us.
What was Patreon listening to?
They were listening to all that chatter that we were just doing. All right. So we should now click. They should be able to hear all of us. Hey, Rusted, can you confirm that you can hear all of us? And that sound is coming in okay and good? I need to get some water.
You can hear everybody, Rusty, and talk.
And hear you all, but music is the louder.
Yeah, I just turned it down.
Devon, are you playing music?
I'm playing music on mine, but as soon as I switch it to the live, it'll stop.
I don't hear music.
You shouldn't hear music, yeah.
Well, because I don't.
Well, good, because you're not supposed to. So it's working as intended.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Mike, will you do the recap?
No, I don't remember what happened.
I can tell you, Steven and Mike died. I got pissed off because I got stabbed. Echo.
Devon,
I know
slide
the
your
echo.
dice
The
down.
echo was on purpose.
Oh, okay.
No, slide them down, like your whole pad.
Echo.
Slide it towards your camera.
The echo
Right
was
there.
on
Right there. Much
I want
better.
you to see my dice.
That's cheating.
Don't even go there.
I'll slide it out of the screen and then I'll bring it back to you with whatever
don't
dice
even
I
go
roll.
there.
Nice.
I don't have the dice view up on YouTube. Maybe next time.
Nice. Oops. Cacahuate. All right. How do I get rid of this sidebar?
So, Rusted, you're actually thinking of the whole different campaign. So we have two campaigns running for now. So this is a different campaign, and so this is episode 3. I don't even know what we're going to call this campaign yet. We're going to have to figure out a name, what we're going to call this. But we'll figure that out.
You're thinking of the Unlikely Alliance campaign that I'm in with Kags and JD, a different JD, not the JD from the podcast. But that was
Very
me who lifted
similar
up the
JD.
horses.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty similar to JD. All right. So we have 2 minutes. So is everyone ready? Everyone's got their water. Sounds like our levels are good. Everything's being recorded correctly, I hope.
It's good.
And yeah, if it's good, it's good. So I need to... Oh, crap.
They had Apple Watches in the Renaissance. It's okay. Jon Snow wore one. They had Starbucks, so they can have... Anybody see the highlights from Game 5?
Which game?
No.
The Astros
The
and
Astros
Nationals?
game?
You guys haven't heard what happened?
No, I have
Mike
not yet.
is in costume, Rusted, yes.
No, I'm not. This
That's
is
just
how
what
I
he
dress
normally
all the
wears.
time.
This is my
That's
daily.
He
just what
dresses
normally
down
wear.
when he does the Freelance Codex podcast.
Like you do. Hey, Mike, how are those bumpers coming?
They're great. Shut up. Respawn.
Okay.
Shut up and respawn.
You guys want to
really-
just go ahead and get started then?
Just
It's
get
really
going,
hot.
man.
Can we expedite this?
You're the one wearing
It's,
fur
okay, it's
inside.
gonna be 3 hours, so if it's gonna be hot like that, then buckle up, kiddos. Here we go.
Apologize.
You guys ready to go? I'm gonna give us a countdown.
I'm stuck on my cape.
No capes. 5, 4, 3. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 3 of the what show are we doing?
Shut up
We're
and
doing
roll for
the Shut Up and
initiative.
Roll for Initiative.
We do mini shows now, so it's
We do many shows, and sometimes I get confused, but I'm glad to have you all back with us today. Hey, Rusted, thanks for hanging out with us in the chat. To everyone else listening out there in the ether, we appreciate you all very much. All right, so first things first, I'm a realist. We've got a couple things going on. So this is the Shut Up and Roll for Initiative podcast. It is a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition live play podcast from the Shut Up and Respawn network that we are a part of. We've got veteran players with our Dungeon Master Barry, Devon, Mike, and I. We are all new players, and we're excited to dungeon dive and hopefully find some loot, because that's what we're all about. We're all about the shiny beams of light that come off of gear. Hopefully that's what happens in this game.
I haven't seen any
yeah,
beams of light.
We have not
picked up
yet.
any legendary gear. What's going on?
So for everyone listening, we've been 3 hours in. The legendary loot rate is not great in this game. We need to patch that out. So we have multiple campaigns running right now. So we have a campaign being run by Kags, our moderator from the Discord. That campaign is labeled as an unlikely alliance in our RSS feed. So this one will be labeled differently. I believe right now it's just labeled Shut Up and Roll for Initiative. So we have 2 different campaigns happening. They're leapfrogging each other. So they're happening every other week until we can figure out a better schedule to do all this. That's just how it's going to have to be for now. Cool. So that's that. We also had a giveaway that we put up on Twitter. We were going to give away a Wormwood dice vault, which I guess is a thing that people really like. You know what people really like? People really like giveaways. So we're going to do that now. We're going to announce it. And I have a link here, and Mike's going to give us the customary drum roll.
Joy to the world. Oh, no.
And the winner is Drowning Rabbit. Drowning Rabbit is the winner. We will announce that, and we will get that dice vault from Wormwood out to Drowning Rabbit. I hope he's not like in the act of drowning rabbits. I guess every part of that name is, kind of, you don't want rabbits
Concerning.
to drown.
A little concerning.
Yeah. What was the name of that cartoon with the rabbits and the drowning rabbits? Watership Down?
Drowning rabbits. Yeah, Watership Down.
Yeah.
Never
saw it. Kind of creepy.
It's
You've never
odd
heard of it?
That was very specific.
Sorry. It's just what I think of when it's like Watership Down, water, drowning rabbits, water. That's what I went to. So congratulations. We'll get that out to them. All right. Without further ado, I think we will have a recap from Barry. You want to give us our recap this time? Devin did it last time, and he did a terrible job. So give us a recap. Get everyone in chat caught up. Let's do it.
When last our intrepid warriors met, they came to the rescue of one Adabra, the midwife of Chantea. She lived in a windmill. This is going wrong.
This is terrible.
I mean, she's still alive.
She lives in a windmill on Umbridge Hill. They were sent to warn her about white dragon in the area. Upon arriving, they met a foul creature who they didn't, take the time to talk to. Just instantly started throwing darts, either physical or otherwise, and the thing turned quickly and began to tear viciously into them.
You say that as if we could have spoken to it.
I don't know. I mean, who knows?
In our defense, Michael did say, "Hey," and it turned around and attacked us.
Yeah,
it was rather perturbed at that point. So the creature, otherwise known as a manticore, began quickly to attack the party. The party began quickly to attack back. Some fell, some were attacked, some had existential crises as their lifeblood began to leave them. never suspecting that they themselves could release this mortal coil.
Got a new strap.
But alas, they
Find
survived.
that dungeon master and stab him.
The priestess of Shantae was able to bequeath them with a few healing potions and send them on their way. She herself not wishing to return to Phandalin, though, as she does not trust Harbin Wester. Or
Who
doesn't at least
trust that guy?
doesn't
Nobody.
seem to at least get along with him very well.
Let's
So
go
instead of
murder him.
returning to Phandalin, they decided to make their way over to Nomergard. And this is where we find our little
did?
band. We
Who
did.
decided that? I didn't decide
That yeah, you did.
I mean, I suggested
Follow
we
me.
go
What?
back and, turn in the quest that we completed. But
Devin, you are coming in a little quiet. You should turn up that mic, son.
coming in a little quiet.
That's
He's
perfect
Coming up
right
closer,
there.
coming quiet.
He's actually not. He's coming in quite hot.
I always come in hot. That's for sure. What time of day is it, Dungeon Master Zargon? So, side
It
note,
was 9 o'clock in the morning. We finished.
you remember the game Hero Quest, and we always
do.
were like, Zordon, open that door.
Zordon, open that door.
I always thought it was Zordon for the longest time. Turns out
did, huh?
Zordon's from Power Rangers, and it's Zargon.
Sounds like you're mixing up your IPs.
Mixing up your
What?
fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so what time of day is it?
So you arrive close to midday. It's not quite noon yet. As you arrive from the north to the canyon open mouth, there's been a nice babbling brook that you can follow, a very slow moving meandering river that is headed to the south. And as you're walking up towards the mouth of the canyon, you begin to hear the low drum, deep hum of a distant waterfall. The whole area is kind of shrouded in a cool, soft mist. You don't really hear much of anything in the sense of birds chirping anymore, or just kind of the general noises as your feet go through the grass. The sound of the waterfall is pretty deep and resonates enough that it kind of overpowers to a certain degree the whole overall sound of the area. The cool mist, kind of as it comes out of the mouth of the canyon, feels very refreshing. It's very cool to the touch. There's nothing ominous about it. It's just a very peaceful and serene scene as you make your way towards the mouth of the canyon.
All right.
Is there anyone inside? Is there like a guard post at the beginning of the canyon mouth?
You don't see anyone offhand. As you're peering through the mist, you notice at the base of the waterfall, and closer towards the central pool below the waterfall itself, there are two islands, and on these islands are very giant growths and outcroppings of these very large mushrooms, red, green, and purple in color. They range from the size of half an inch all the way to 10 feet tall. They look like they are regularly harvested. They look like they are used for various purposes, which is undiscernible at this time. But it is very clear that they are cultivated and harvested from that central area. You also do notice that as you move closer to the cave entrance, that up in the sides of the cliffs, up on some steep embankments and some slopes, there are cave openings, or at least openings within the cave up high. They're so it's almost as if they're naturally hewn out of the stone itself. And then on the far side of the island, right near the waterfall itself, you can just barely see the outline of what looks like to be like a rope bridge that crosses the canyon itself.
I'm gonna throw it away.
Someone's throwing something away.
Those townsfolk, I tell you. No.
They are angry. Ben, Barrick, should we make our presence known? I've never traveled this far out to.
We should.
To
We should let people know we're here. They just need our help. Plus, they might be able to help us, give us directions. Find.
So
I can't remember. We're supposed to
We're just supposed to warn the village. We're
Oh,
supposed to
So
that's
warn
if
the
you
right.
look at your quest notes or at the job posting,
Job board.
So it says
Deep.
deep in Neverwinter Wood.
Yeah, you read
Nope,
it.
this
Go ahead.
isn't one.
You read it. Go ahead.
So we didn't finish one of them. One of them's crossed out, but it says a clan of reclusive rock gnomes resides in a small network of caves in the mountains to the southeast. The gnomes of no regard are known for their magical inventions, and they might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Townmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces for it.
We did that one.
So we're here to find something to help us with the dragon.
the gnomes of Normergard are well known for their tinkering, for their inventing, and for their just general dabbling in the mechanical, arcane, and even within the realms of magic.
Right. So Shield is going to take his 350-pound, 7.5-foot tall mast to the foot of the bridge, and he is going to call out, "Hello."
You're
We
going
mean
to
no
the foot of the
trouble.
bridge.
Yeah, because I don't know if I can cross that bridge if it's just a wood rope bridge. I'm a large individual.
So
It's
is everybody on? Oh, I guess I should probably put you on the map, shouldn't I?
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's
I
a map.
apologize. You get,
I was like, I don't see anything.
man. Sorry. I was
Don't be
tweaking with
sorry.
things.
Knock
I was
off.
tweaking with things today, and then I didn't want you to. Anyways.
Anyways, whoa, where's?
Alright.
Okay,
We're in Florida.
it is Florida. It's the wang of the U.S. So where are we?
So you're at the northern part of the entrance,
Oh, I
coming
see.
from. Yep. And so you can see down deep into the canyon. You can see the island. You can see the bridge. You can see the waterfall. You also see on the east and west the slopes that slope up to cave entrances. These slopes are very steep. They're not. They don't look like you could just easily just walk up them. It would take a little bit of a dexterous feat to kind of light yourself upon the ledges above them. But anyway, you can investigate the entrance itself, the island. You have several places there you can scope out.
Cool. So I would like to walk over to. Why can I not select that? I need to select myself. All right. I would like to walk over here near the river, and I would like to call out, say, "Hello, we have been sent for aid. Is there anyone here that can help us? We hear that there's a dragon and that you might have a way to fend off the foe, defeat the foe, send him away. Hello, anybody?"
Standing where you are, even with your very deep, resonant voice, the sound of the waterfall, you basically sound like. It's almost as if the waterfall itself just swallows every echo and just absorbs every bit of sound.
Okay, so
And as you get closer to the island, you find yourself covered in a sheen of mist. It's not uncomfortable. It's not like it's creeping up in every nook and cranny, but it's cooling you off. It's again a very refreshing and light mist covering your body and equipment and armor.
Do I notice a pathway to well-worn like cave entrances that are often used?
So if you look around the canyon itself, you notice that there's those sheer cliffs, right? But
Yeah.
then off to the east, it looks as if there is a gradual path that goes up and kind of winds its way up into a cave entrance.
I'd say
You see that
Finn.
first northeast entrance there.
Yeah. Say, Finn, Barrack, I think we need to cross this river. I don't know how deep it is. Shield is going to bend down and he's going to stick his Loxodon trunk into the water.
Stop.
Only
Don't do it. Don't ever put your stuff in water that you are unsure of.
It's only about 3 feet deep. Again, it's moving very slowly.
Raccoon's not going to make it.
Yeah, it's very clear water. I mean, you can see the bottom of the creek. It's nice pretty river stones and minnows, and there's dragonflies buzzing around, and it's just a very peaceful, serene area.
So Shield takes a long old draw on the water, fills up his trunk, and he
and immediately
sprays
dies.
it all over. He sprays it all over in the air because that's kind of fun.
Do you
so then
flick your hair backwards in the sun, anyway?
my big giant ears flow back.
Big ears. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I say, Barrack, it's about 3 foot deep. You can cross on my shoulders if you wish.
I really think we ought to test this water first. Look at those mushrooms. They don't just get that big for no reason.
How do you suppose we test it? Like, test it for poison? You think the river's poison?
How about you take a big gulp and let's see what happens.
I take a big gulp of water.
He took a big gulp of water. Yeah. It's crystal clear.
I'm just gonna
I don't know
walk
how else to
across
explain.
and start going
Very
towards that
tasty
path.
water. It's moving quick enough that there's no stagnation. There's no larvae that are collected on the surface or anything like that. It's I don't have more to describe how more clear and pristine it just appears to be, and feels like, and tastes.
I just
Sounds
walked
like a trap
across
to
the
me.
river and went over to the other side.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Did you like Legolas cross it? Did you cross over on rocks and not get wet, or are you wet?
I'm totally dry, obviously.
He's bone dry. Yeah.
I guess it's only like 10 foot. You could probably jump across it pretty easily.
Probably.
So I also, I'm going to say one more time. It's like, Barrack, you can get on my shoulders and cross, but if not, I'm going to cross this river.
Cross the river. There's
Okay.
a bridge over there. I'll fit on the bridge.
You can't get up the bridge. There's sheer cliffs over there. So that's on a higher up plane than we are right now.
It is on a higher up plane. Right? The bridge is about 20 feet high off from the top of the water, and then some pretty sheer, slopes up to them. Plus, the slopes leading up to the bridge are, end down into the water itself. The pool gets a little deeper as you get, as you get closer to the islands. It feels like it's going from as you get closer to the pool, it gets a little deeper and deeper and deeper to the base of where the waterfall has carved out this canyon over millennia.
Shield, before you cross, can you come over here with me for a second?
Yes, I can do that. Where did you go? I see.
I'm kind of down. I just kind of have a hunch that there might be something. Barry, Zorgon, can I perceive anybody in my area here?
So go ahead and roll perception.
I'm gonna get good at this for sure.
A D20.
D20 plus 6. It didn't come out of the little box.
Broken dice vault.
Broken dice vault. So
thing.
7. 7 plus 6 is 13.
So, with your perception and with your just general knowledge of, nature and just having lived your life as long as you have, you're not getting the sense that that you're being spied on necessarily, or that that you feel like you're about to be ambushed. It just feels like this is a very well lived in area, and that you are entering a complex that obviously is home to, some unspecified number of humanoids. Yeah.
I kind of want to know what's up this. I kind of want to know what's up this cliff here.
Okay. Do you, if you,
we gotta
if you
get
want
to
to try to scale the cliff,
Get to it.
Shield, can you boost me up here? Kind of spot me, maybe even toss me.
You want me to throw you?
What is it? 20 feet about?
Yeah, it's 20 feet high.
Shield, how tall are you?
About 15 feet, yeah.
I'm 7.5 feet plus the length of my trunk. I'm guess is going to get me around 10 foot. So I could probably toss you. You weigh what, like 60 pounds?
I don't weigh a ton.
Yeah. So by yourself, you would
I weigh
need to
90
make
pounds.
Yeah, by yourself, you would need to make an athletics check to climb this. With his help, you can make an athletics check with advantage. So roll 2d20.
Roll 2d20.
This is me throwing him or just lifting him
This
up?
is you throwing him. This is you throwing. This
Okay.
is you giving him a boost, essentially.
My
I hope he hits the
athletics
wall.
stat is -1.
Because you're having to use it's just a climb of a cliff. Like there's no like dexterity finessing your way up there. This is just trying to like claw into the side and like get yourself up.
I understand. I just have a feeling that there's something up here that we need to kind of look at first.
Okay.
Roll those dice.
Okay, rolling 2d20s. 13 plus 8, 21.
13 and 8. So
get
you
to
take the
choose
highest, when you roll
one.
with advantage.
13.
-1 for your athletics, so you got a
Minus
12.
1 is 12.
It's 12. Okay, you get to the top of the cliff, like the edge. Barrick tosses you up just high enough to grab it, and the misty, slimy kind of wetness of the cave, you
Thanks,
just
Steve.
come sliding back down really quick. You kind of get, muddying the front of your tunic and getting some dirt up your nostrils, matting the fur on your face as you come sliding back down.
So a shield, that was quite terrible.
What I do?
Can you at least call up there to see if people
I am going to pick up
answer?
I'm going to pick up Barrick with my trunk, and I am going to throw him up there.
No.
It's too late now.
You just
Your
call
turn's
up there.
over, Mike.
I tried calling and they didn't hear me before. So I have my strength is +3, so 10.
Thanks, man.
Straight into the wall.
You
Bunch of
in
idiots
protest,
that I'm
as
working
you're
with.
trying to get him to not throw you, you just whoop.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know how you slipped.
Oh my
Smack
god.
flat into the side of that thing, and again comes sliding down unceremoniously to the base
You
of the cliff.
You sure it wasn't sticks? You sure I didn't harness the power of the sun?
Yeah, it was sticks.
All right.
Real good.
Are you guys done screwing around over there, or can we keep going?
Kinda. I just got a feeling.
Sometimes in life you gotta miss out on things and go the other direction.
I got a fever. And the only prescription
More cowbell?
Getting up this cliff.
for cowbell. All right, Barrick or Shield, you suck. Please don't touch me again. If you do, I will stick
So
an
let him
arrow
wade across the water on his own. He doesn't want you to
straight
touch
in
him.
your heart.
Yeah,
How about
I'm
you
gonna
guys
go
around and just come get me with some rope or something? I don't know. So let's make our way over, since that didn't work. Obviously,
I'm gonna wait for Fen over here at the road up.
Oh, you just kind of like left. I can't get across. Whatever. I'm gonna have to swim. How fast is the current? If I swim, is it gonna take me away?
I mean, it's nothing that you have to
I
like
pick
push
up-
hard again.
I
Okay.
pick up Barrick and put him on my shoulder, and I cross, so he
Man,
does
you
not
were
get
just-
wet.
You were just dying to put someone on your shoulders, weren't you?
I'm a friendly paladin. All right. So I suggest Fen that you go first. I don't know if these gnomes are used to seeing giant Luxodons and raccoons.
I reject your
Talking-
suggestion. As you are the tank, you should go first to
It looks dangerous.
take all the heat.
Okay.
I don't want a repeat of
Stay
the other
behind
day
me.
where I got stabbed by a dirty orc.
One time.
So I come up to the switchback, and I get to the top of the switchback, and I wait for my companions to join behind me.
All right. As you get to the entrance of the cave, the tallest these caves is right around 7 feet.
So I have to
And
hunch.
Yeah, it's just wide enough for you to squeeze yourself in there, but you are essentially going to be hunched the entire time you're in.
So
these
okay, so
corridors.
when I get to the mouth of the first cave, Shield is going to yell again. Hello, hello, anybody? We're here for some information.
You hear a faint echo just kind of fade off into the distance, but there is no response.
I fear that there's no one here, so I'm going to walk through the tunnel, and I am going to take this first left, because in video games, you always go left first.
Not a
isn't
game.
really- This is life, man.
Hello, anybody? Can you hear me? Is there anybody here?
you find yourself in a very quaint-looking little dining room. Tables, chairs, cabinets, plates, silverware, all these things clearly made for very smaller folk. There is leftovers, there are messy, dirty dishes, there are sketch pads, and there are beakers and things that look like would not be edible generally, mixed in with things that you would probably eat. There are crumbs and it's just a busy mess.
Is there any warm coffee?
There is no warm coffee. There are half-drunk flasks and some, stuff that liquids that smell kind of fruity. Some that are obviously fermented. There is kind of a hint of like something that seems to be like wine, kind of a purplish hue, but nothing warm left over.
But Fen, it looks like I don't think there's anybody here.
Well, I guess we just got to
Let's,
keep going. We don't want to take anything because that'd be rude.
Does there look like there's anything to take besides food?
Hey, that raccoon, he might find something.
You guys want to join me in this dining hall here?
I'm joining you, and I'm gonna slowly just kind of inch my way across. So there's a pathway here, guys.
I can't see you because I'm in the dining room.
I'm
I
right
know.
behind
There
you,
you are.
Joseph.
Well, we're moving up that way.
Yeah, there's a pathway here. I got good eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna take the first pathway to the right.
Yeah, and as you enter the deeper portions of the corridors, you notice that you don't really have to adjust your eyes to like your low light vision, as there are lanterns that are strung all along the tops of the ceilings. In fact, Shield has to kind of avoid them with his helm and with his head because and with kind of an intricate pulley system, there are a bunch of lanterns just strewn throughout, keeping the corridors pretty softly lit with a kind of a red hue. Not overly red where it's overpowering and disturbing, but just a soft red hue.
Okay. So I'm gonna call out again where I'm at.
Don't.
Hello?
I always get nervous.
Anybody?
There is no sound.
Even more scary.
I'm gonna walk into this. What the crap are those?
Don't do it.
Okay, in this corridor, it looks as if some person or people have been working on some pretty strange looking contraptions. These have the bodies of barrels, and they have appendages and even claws coming out from the front. It looks like something either of medium to smaller size could sit in a little cockpit that's been placed in the barrel itself and could manipulate or manage these things. They look very rickety. They don't look extremely secure, and they seem somewhat delicate and also a little hodgepodge and kludged together. But they're essentially these little vehicles that look like something of, especially of barrack size, could easily sit in the seat in the cockpit and attempt to manipulate.
Do they appear old?
They do not appear old. No, they do not. These look like they were recently tinkered with.
No
what
tools
in the
on the
nine
ground?
hells are these?
There's a few, like there's some loose scraps of things. There's no like tools themselves, but it does look like there's even like a slick, thick red oil that kind of drips from some of the joints and from various portions of where things were riveted or put together.
Ben, have you ever seen something like this in your time in the army?
He's not even with us, man.
Yeah, I'm back over here looking at this door in the other passage.
I'm looking at this
Oh,
ant.
I thought you were right by it.
See an ant on the ground over here.
That's an
I think
I think it's heading to the
I think it's
reading
the ant
center
that
for
bit me.
ants.
Kills will family.
I come down from the other passageway. I hear you call my name, and I come down to take a look.
Yeah, deeper in the canyon, the sound of the waterfall isn't nearly as overpowering, but you definitely almost still feel the low rumble of the powerful waterfall.
Can I roll to see if I remember anything about these?
Sure, you can roll. You can roll a either a history or an arcana, whichever you prefer.
I'll roll a history.
Okay.
I got 14 plus 2 is 16.
Nice. So everything you've ever heard about or known about gnomes, especially amongst um, the Fae, like you are, uh, it's just you almost roll your eyes as you look at these things and go, "Oh yeah, this is just very clearly the insane machinations of some gnomish inventor who's trying to recreate nature or manipulate the world around him in kind of unnatural and bizarre mechanical ways, but it's very clearly built by some inventor type, just for the advantage of it looks like maybe to manipulate larger objects, to move things around with those pinchers. The pinchers themselves don't look necessarily deadly. They don't look like they are intended for puncture or shredding. Just literally like they'd be used for lifting.
All right.
The gnomes are a silly people, especially amongst the elves. They're just of all the Fae, they're so silly.
Well, I say we keep going. See if we can find
Lead the way.
gnomes.
Or shall I continue to lead?
You can go ahead and go this way. I think we should split up. I did see a door back in the other passage. Or should we exhaust this passage first and then come back there?
No,
Yeah,
we should go to the right first. We'll go to the door that you found first.
Back this way. Follow me.
Following you. Lead the way, good sir. No? Okay.
Here I am. Right here.
Can you ping yourself? I can't see in the dark. Oh, yep.
It is.
Okay. So is there just a door here? What is
So
this?
there's a very plain door in front of you. You can almost tell that on beyond this door, it smells very I don't want to say musty, but it definitely smells as if maybe there is
Like a
some
wet
cooking
raccoon.
going on beyond.
I am going to put one of my giant massive ears to the door and I'm going to listen.
Okay,
I
roll
want
a
to-
roll perception.
That is a 1. On
Wow.
perception.
You get an earwig.
Yeah,
You
I was gonna say,
die.
It's a critical
instantaneously
failure.
get
You just lost
get
your hearing
a-
in that ear for
a
the rest of
carrion
the
crawler earbug that burrows its way into your brain and you fall dead.
There's
No,
nothing
you
going on
just-
behind this door, guys.
placing your giant ear on the door, like it almost deafens you because you just pick up all the vibration of the waterfall.
Okay. I pull my ear off the door. I don't recommend doing that. It's very loud. You feel all these vibrations. So I knock on the door.
How loudly?
Very loudly. Like an elephant knocking on a door loudly.
Okay. You hear kind of a timid little, almost imperceptible voice. What?
We are travelers from Phandalin. We are here looking for aid against a dragon, and help. And we heard that you could help us, and we want to know if you can help us. Is there anyone here? What's going on here? There's nobody here.
The door slowly creaks open, and the little creature on the other side, the second he sees you, lets out a little beep, almost like a startled little, and just starts to kind of backpedal as fast as he can away from you. Frightened as all get out, seeing this giant, just things completely occupying his door. He says, what are you?
What's wrong? You've never seen a Luxodon before?
He's like bobbing in and out, bob and weave.
It's okay. I'm a friend. I've come to help the people of Phandalin. I'm a traveler. I'm not here to hurt anybody. We heard that you would be able to aid us in defending against a white dragon that has appeared in the area. We are only here
Dragons?
for help.
Dragons?
One
He,
dragon,
he
a youngling, as we.
pops back into the kitchen. He says, "Do you all hear that?" Uh, as he goes deeper into the kitchen, and other little heads start to pop up and come from behind cabinets. If you guys want to work your way closer
Yep,
into the kitchen, yeah.
I will move my way in there so you guys can see also.
Be cautious.
Off in the corner near some ovens and stoves, and this is obviously and very clearly a pantry. There are a few workers in here, several little gnomes, both male and female, all dressed in very eccentric looking chef clothing and adornments and different things with unbelievably and just ridiculous contraptions to help them cook and bake, and off in the oven itself, in like a hearth over towards the north northeast, is this green soft glow of these glowing fires, and they're chopping up chunks of mushroom. They are adding spices. They are, they're just busy at work getting ready for the next meal. They instantaneously, once over their initial shock, just kind of start to swarm, and they can't help but just start picking at Barrick's ears, looking at Shield's big massive hands, and just absolutely 100% in awe at you as travelers.
So get off me.
What? And they're like,
these are my ears. Leave them alone.
May I touch it? They want to
No.
like touch your fur, and they want to.
No.
Pardon me.
We're good.
I meant no offense.
No offense. Just touch me again, and I'll scalp you.
Okay.
So,
They turn towards each other. God, temperament. Don't touch them.
Exactly. So my large friend here.
Very large.
Says,
Extremely large.
He's large. He's big.
You...
you can touch him. Grab his trunk. You can swing on it. He'll let you. He likes touching people.
Oh, they're grabbing everything that you let you grab. To let them grab.
That's not a trunk.
So we're here again. My friend told you there's a dragon about. We want to make sure that you are safe.
Oh, quite, yes. Well, very safe in no regard. Always safe.
Where could we find maybe the leader of your group?
Oh, you wish to speak to the kings?
No, just of the chefs. I'm hungry.
Oh, of us. You wish to? You are hungry?
Well, yeah.
Well, please, come. You have to sample our latest recipe.
What is it?
Well, raccoon.
And if I eat it, am I gonna glow?
We take 2 parts. Oh, you. Now, the cave itself is known to have some fantastical properties, but when we make our bread, it is mostly of the green variety. We mix a little purple, we mix a little red, but the green is what tastes the best.
Green bread, indeed.
I will take a loaf if you've got one available.
Oh yeah, and he walks over to the oven, opens it up, pulls out. There's these large green loaves of bread, just piping hot right out of the oven. He sets it on the thing, starts slicing it up, grabs what looks to be like butter, is like lathering it on. Looks to be what like honey. I mean, he's tricking this slice of bread out for you. Hands it over very proudly, smiles and says, "Try it."
Yep.
I'm gonna roll a perception check just to make sure that there isn't anything bad with this. Maybe I should cast shield on myself to make sure. I'm gonna roll a perception.
Okay.
20.
Oh yeah. Your keen senses. I mean, this is gonna taste delicious. It looks delicious. It smells delicious. Obviously made with skill and craft, and it's just gonna be a bomb piece of bread.
Excellent. I'm gonna take a slice as not to be rude.
Oh, it is, and it's good. I mean, this is some good.
Hey,
got a different
fellas.
It's got a different flavor, but it is good nonetheless.
Fellas, you oughta try some of this here bread. No? Okay, whatever. It's cool.
I have a gluten
Bastards. Whatever.
intolerance.
I'll take it. I'll
No,
take
just
it.
kidding.
I appreciate your hospitality. Might I ask your name, kind baker?
I am Dimble.
Oh, Thimble?
Dimble.
Dimble. We have
Yes,
Joybell, Banana, Tabaround, Up and
What?
Gnome
Down,
names if I've ever
Panera?
heard them.
You guys have a Panera here?
Banana.
We speak to your
Banana
king. Says
Panera.
now that Raccoon has satiated his hunger, may we speak with you?
Well, you can, or you can try at least. The kings are busy, or at least we have not seen them of late.
How long is of late? When was
It-
the last time, Dimble,
It's
that you
been a
saw you?
fortnight, to be honest. A fortnight. It's been a fortnight since we've seen the kings. King Nerkly and Korbaz, we do not see them.
Did you say Nerkly?
Berkeley Dorbaz?
Nerkly, I meant to say Nerkly.
You
Nerkly
happen
and
to know where they
Dorbaz?
might
Which
be?
direction? Which
Nerkly
direction
and
to their
Korbaz.
throne room?
Well, they will be typically they're found in the throne room across the canyon.
Can you lead us to where we can get across the canyon?
Well, you can walk across the river yourself. We don't like to leave. We are busy prepping for lunch for the rest of the clan, but it's an easy walk across our fair complex. Um, i- i- Now, you may need to talk to Dabbledob and Fibblestib. They'll be able to inform you more about what's going on with our kings, but they are the spokesmen for the clan.
Where can we
We just have
find
to cook.
Dabbledob and Fibblestib?
Typically they're in their laboratory,
And where's that?
again across the canyon towards the throne room.
Everything's across the canyon. All right. Well, thank you for your hospitality. We will take our leave.
And
thank
a
you
loaf
very
to
much.
go if you've got one.
Oh, absolutely, and they're very proud to. They'll give you as many loaves as you wish to carry.
I will wish to carry all I can.
Okay, you can
You are
carry in your
burdened
arms
with bread.
3 loaves, plus if you want to stick one in your backpack.
I'll stick one in my backpack. Just one. I can only just take one. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, kind.
Oh, thank you.
Let's
Thank
go,
you
guys.
for visiting us.
Let's what happens to be down this pathway? Asking the gnomes.
Dibble?
Oh, that's it's simply the larder, nothing more, nothing less.
What's a larder?
A pantry.
Okay.
They keep the lard, don't you know?
I didn't know. All right. Well, thank you. Gents, should we head to the throne room?
The gnome that was swinging from my trunk, I flick him off 3 feet in the air, and then I walk out.
Wee.
Yep. Do you want to investigate? Okay, Devon's already going, so I'm following behind Devon.
I found some
I do want to
horse-
kind of investigate this room before we leave, though, just to see what it holds.
The larder?
No, this room, this first room, I didn't get a chance to look in it. Just to see if
Oh,
there's anything there. Nothing?
Do it.
Okay.
So you want to do an actual investigation?
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right, you can do it. You can roll an investigation.
Okay. Nice. 3 + 6, 9.
Wow,
It
our
just
rolls are so good.
It just looks like Okay, back up there, Shield, for a second.
All right, go ahead, do Mike's thing.
No, anyway, so you just all you notice is plates and dishes and leftovers, and that's about it.
All right. I'll head out. I'll catch up with the rest.
Okay.
You're right here.
Ping yourself, guys. I can't see you.
How do you ping yourself? Just click on the thing and it
Press and
pings.
Click and hold. My map is running really slow.
Mine is
Click
too.
and
There's a
hold.
lot going on with it. So
Super sophisticated map stuff that eats up all that CPU power. Anyway,
okay,
Nice.
everybody roll perception.
I'm gonna roll a 1 again. So 13. What is my
I
perception?
got 17.
13.
I got 13.
Okay, as you make your way towards this southern corridor, you pick up on sounds of a very just like clanky, crunching gears, grinding and turning wheels, all the different little movings, and it just sounds like a big ruckus up ahead. And there is you notice off in the distance this strange looking contraption that appears to have a gnome perched on top, who with wild hair and big old goggles, who's just kind of rocking back and forth, laughing maniacally as you make your way towards it. What they're sitting in appears to be these giant crossbow pointing in all four directions on the compass, and it looks as if it's just like this insane looking
Turret?
just banana turret. Yep, with crossbow bolts on all sides.
Is it loaded?
It is loaded.
I'm gonna duck.
I am. Well, Devon saw that, so that was his perception roll.
Okay.
Oh,
So
there,
that's what you
no.
notice.
Is it safe to cross?
Your perception tells you that I mean, it's hard to tell what's going to happen here, but there is a kind of wild-eyed looking gnome just kind of perched on top with kind of a crazy look in her eye.
Well, I said,
So
oh, there, gnome. Is it safe to cross?
The second you make a sound, she whirls the contraption with her cockpit kind of facing towards you and says, "Ah, target practice!" And she lets loose a bolt. Everybody, shut up and roll for initiative.
Skin this gnome alive.
Oh,
4.
12
7.
plus 4.
Devon's rolling nice tonight. So Devon is behind me, so I guess I would be the one taking
Did
the
you get
giant
Devon?
ballista bolt.
16.
16?
Yeah, that's not
Yep.
showing up very in the turn order.
I'm getting there. I
got
already
a
had
10.
the turn. You had a 10 total, Barrick?
10 total. 7 plus 3 equals 10. I know that
Gotcha.
Because math is always the same. All the time.
Well,
Every time.
you think. Hey, I got to be right back just for a second, guys.
Word
Okay.
to your mom.
We can put it on the pause there.
Go save the North is what he's going to go do. It's cold enough to be the North today.
Yeah, I have 36 tomorrow.
That's the best. That's the best. So we have one person on a crazy crossbow. So what's our order of what's our plan here, Devon? Well, Mike's gone. We can table talk this out.
Depends on the turn order, but because she already fired upon us.
So I will be taking the arrow because I will have my shield out at least. So I guess I can just move forward to shield out, and you guys can. I don't know. Do we want to kill this person? That's insane. That's just, or do we just incapacitate?
If I go first, I'm certainly gonna dodge.
Well, you're behind me, so I don't even know if it would hit you anyway. Because I mean, so the tunnels are super tiny, so my body mass is probably
Steve
taking up
literally
the
takes up
entirety.
the entire corridor. So yeah, you are under full cover right now, Devon.
If he took up the entire quarter, how did I?
You can see around my armpit.
Yeah, your
I
perception.
have good perception.
And your
I
eyes.
see all this through your armpit.
But I mean, this crossbow bolt's not getting past him. Is what I'm saying.
What does your elf eye see? Ah, the King of the North returns.
My apologies.
Yeah,
I do apologize. What
I
I
rolled
miss?
nothing. We waited for you. I rolled a 4 for my initiative.
Seriously? Oh, jeez.
Okay, so Fen, it's top of the order goes to you. This looks like this wild-eyed gnome is about to just place her hands on the trigger and is just about to crank back and let loose.
Oh, I
I said, hold on, big fella.
thought she already fired upon us. After she's target practice.
Well, but she hasn't shot yet. Don't entice her to shot.
Remember, when we go into combat, it's like bullet time, right? It's like VATS. The second combat starts, everything goes slow.
Well, I mean, there's not really anything I can do. There's a giant elephant in front of me taking the entire.
You could
corridor.
shoot past him if you wished, but that's what you can do. And you can even crawl over his shoulder and get in front of him. I don't know. You can pass through him.
I am just going to. Um,
6 seconds.
going to improvise. Skills. Going to try to intimidate the gnome.
Okay.
Nice.
What do I need to roll? Oh, nice. I have a negative.
So you're going to roll an intimidation. So if you look in your skills.
I have a -1.
Nice.
Wow.
So I got
Nice.
7 on my intimidation.
This is one of your skills?
Well, improvise is an action that I can do, but
Okay.
intimidation, now that I know, I suck at intimidating. I'll remember for the future.
I don't know why people don't like me.
And so I failed at my intimidation. So I say, good luck, elephant. You got this.
Good luck.
What did you roll in your intimidation? Oh, you did. You failed.
I got a 7.
Okay. Yeah. So whatever you attempted to do, either to like get her attention or to like make it known that you'd be something not good to tangle with, it just goes right past her wide eyes, and she can barely hear herself, much less you speaking to her. Eric.
We still can't see the turn order, Barry.
Oh, you can't see the turn order?
No, we can't.
We only
Things are
see
moving real
the
slow.
we only see the gnome in there.
Only see the gnome in there. Why? You see
Because
the
it's
gnome in
probably-
the turn order, but not yourself?
No, because last time it happened like this, it was because we were still in the other turn order from last combat.
Let me do this. Let me do something I like to call doing this right.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Can I
This is great for radio. Are you showing up now as I add you?
Correct. Yes.
Maybe I should. All right. Give me that. You got a 4.
Yep. I got a 4. Mike got
Ben
a
had
10.
a
10?
Devin, you rolled a 14.
No, I rolled
You had the highest.
like
yeah.
a 17 or something like that.
Oh,
You were the highest, whatever it was. So okay, but it is. Hold on. It is Barrick's turn.
Can I, while her attention is on these guys, can I try to flank around on these rocks unseen to kind of just get into a more advantageous position?
So flank around like towards her, or like you want to jump out the canyon?
I kind of wanted to like hug these rocks just to kind of get over.
Oh, you mean the one that's right in front of you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so it's a corridor, not just a boulder in front of you.
Okay, so it's just
it's a hallway. Yeah, it's a hallway. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we should try talking to her, guys. Hello, lady. Can we talk maybe?
Okay, so you want to do a persuasion?
Yeah, maybe
All
just
right.
try to figure out what her whole thing is.
All right, so you can roll persuasion to try to engage her in an actual conversation and dissuade her from attacking.
9.
Persuasion, a total of 9.
She's so angry.
you don't have a bonus to persuasion?
No, my persuasion is actually +0, which is odd.
Persuasion is +0. She laughs maniacally at the fact that there is a talking rodent in front of her, and even says, "This is even more of a challenge."
So in that case,
target practice womp rats back in what?
I had to shoot her right between the eyes. Then if she's not going to be nice
You
to
already
us.
took your action.
Okay, is that, and you can either move now or you can be done.
No, I think I'm good right where I am. I'm pretty
Okay.
protected.
Okay, she takes her hand off the trigger. You hear this, and there is a bolt headed right towards Steve.
Joseph, you got to catch it.
I'm just gonna block it off of my shield.
11 plus.
Does not hit.
Well, it's 16 total.
Armor class. My AC is 18.
Yeah, so this big, thick crossbow bolt comes flying right towards you, just smacks pretty heavily into your shield, puts a decent little dent and even a little bit of a puncture, as it kind of hangs loose. It doesn't like puncture all the way through, but it just about does, and then falls clattering at your feet. She laughs. Bullseye.
I'm going to walk up. It's my turn, I assume. Is that all she's going to do? Cool. I'm going to walk up to this machine, and I'm going to put my hand on it, and I am going to crush the crossbow in it.
Well, strength
so
check.
you're gonna smack it with your what? What are you gonna hit it with?
Oh, I'm just going to grab it with my giant hand, and I'm going to crush the crossbow mechanism that she just shot from.
Okay, so as you're walking forward, you do notice that the mechanism, the way it's designed, there's like almost a magazine of bolts below it. So as it launched forward and it automatically drew back, you can tell that it is priming itself with another bolt.
Well, how big is this? How big is the crossbow? Is it like something that a person can wield?
He's in the middle of it.
It's a large, heavy crossbow. You could wield it. You could easily wield it, being of your size. But there's no way she could even lift it on its own if it wasn't attached to this spindle turret contraption.
Okay, so I am going to, I'm going to bring my shield down on it, and I'm going to break off the turret on this side.
Okay, so go ahead and roll it.
Okay,
Did you actually
roll,
do it? You're gonna roll to hit. You're just gonna roll. You're gonna roll to hit on this, basically.
That is a 18 plus 5, so that is 23.
That is a solid hit.
I just come down with my shield and
yep, and right roll your damage.
So that is 1d8 plus 5. That's a 1d8. So that is 5 plus 5. That is 10.
Okay, so you break off that front crossbow.
And I say, stop it.
You can try a persuasion check if you want.
Yeah, I would imagine she was stunned, so I have a plus 5 to my persuasion, so 14, 5, 19.
19. Okay. She stares wide-eyedly, watching her contraption fall apart, looking at you, and now really getting a good glimpse of you from behind the shield. She stands up in the stirrups and just
grabs my bottom lip.
Yeah. Grabs your trunk and pulls it over. And she just begins to just scream. Just scream.
That's my turn.
And there's a screaming gnome standing on top of this contraption, looking down at a very perturbed elephant man.
I am not an animal.
All right, so it's my turn.
It's your turn. Gosh dang it.
Okay, so I am going to use. I'm going to move to where I'm all the way behind her. It's 25, right? Oh, that's 30, but I can move 35.
Yeah, you can move 35. You can get behind her.
And I'm going to use Can I do a stealth attack or move stealthily? I have +6 to my stealth, or I mean, there's a huge elephant in front of me, so I don't know if she.
They're huge. Yeah. So if you want to go unnoticed, basically, or try to
Yeah.
go unnoticed. Yeah, you can make a stealth check as you move around there. If you can beat her perception.
Right, man. Got 8.
No, I mean as she screams, she's like staring like wide-eyed and almost like mechanically and almost like comically staring. And as you walk around, she like kind of follows you with her eyes, but like doesn't move her head at all, and then like whips right back to shield after you get around behind her. She's still just screaming.
Okay, well, I'd like
Hasn't seemed to take a breath yet.
grapple her. Possible. I have one of my actions in
grapple. Yes, you can
combat.
absolutely attempt to grapple her.
What do I need to? Which one do I have to roll for that? Is that
So it's a strength check for grapple.
+5 for my. I got 16.
Oh my gosh! Did you see that?
I wasn't looking at it.
Like, nope.
What'd you get?
All right.
Perfect.
I got a 19.
Nice, I like it.
And -2 because she's a gnome. You said you got a 16 total?
Yes.
Somehow, the adrenaline rush, the absolute fear, and maybe even a little bit of psychosis. She just is like batting away your arms, still screaming and staring at Shield as she's doing so, and unbelievably able to keep your arms at bay.
All right. Well, I guess
Barrick.
that's my turn.
So I'm gonna go ahead and enter this room.
Okay.
Just enough. I'm gonna attempt, because I can. I am going to cast Thunderclap just to try to like. Wait, no.
So Thunderclap is it's an AoE, right? Like if you look at that spell, it'll tell you if it's an AoE.
It just says just my range is 5 feet.
Each creature within range.
He doesn't care about the.
No, I
Okay.
do. I just want to like Thunderclap is just a clap of thunder that would, get someone's attention. Like, because I think we got to get her to stop screaming, guys, because we need to figure out what's going on with her. Like, I don't think that we ought to kill her.
Next turn, I'm just gonna
like-
stab her in the back of the neck, and like that'll stop you. That'll shut you up.
Ben gave
Well,
her one chance. Like, all right, now time to
Well,
kill
it
her.
will, but so far the gnomes have been nice to us, so I think we ought to like
Huh?
All
Not
right.
this one. She's
Thunderclap
crazy.
him.
not this
Thunderclap
one.
him, Mike.
Okay, I won't. Fine.
Do it. Do it.
No, because
Does
I'm a
it do
team
damage?
player.
Does Thunderclap do damage?
It does
It
1d6.
does do damage.
Yeah, so you would be doing damage to her.
Yeah.
And everybody in range.
And everybody in range. I don't know. I don't want to like murder her, but
So you can like grapple her like Devon did, or you don't. Just because you attack her doesn't necessarily mean you have to murder her.
no,
you
I
can
understand.
you can knock her unconscious.
That would be a 5-foot range from her center.
Yeah, you could just knock her unconscious like Devon tried to put her in a chokehold, or
I may as well try, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we've all
Tricky
failed
little
at least
gnome.
once, so yeah.
I didn't
We tried-
fail. I did exactly what I meant to do on my turn.
I'm gonna try to. Let's see. Do I have anything that'll knock her out?
Throw the bread at her. Throw the green bread at her.
Oh yeah. Well, you think she'll respond to that?
I
are
don't
you
know.
hungry?
Let's find out.
Are you hungry, Miss Gnome?
So you can you can try to roll a persuasion
Devon just
to get her to be interested in the bread. I
Devin
suppose, is that what you're
what?
trying to? What is it? Your attempt?
face bomb.
I don't want to kill her. I'm gonna knock her unconscious because we can't have her screaming and waking up her neighborhood. So
Okay.
what do I need to do here to knock
Just
her
airplane
You could
slapper.
You could attempt If you want to knock her prone or grapple her, that would be the best way to do it. Is to grapple her.
Okay.
So
I'm
strength
gonna.
against strength.
Oh yeah, because my strength is so high.
You have like a -1 to strength, don't you?
My strength
She's
is
got a
-1.
-2 to strength, so it's about even.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
and I've got a -1. So here we go.
Fiery one.
Whatever. F
What
the
to
dice.
roll?
F the dice.
I got a
8.
4.
I got 8 - 1.
Oh, you still got it.
You get up on that contraption. You grab her from behind. You get a hold of her, and she's now grappled. She's held down. How do you pin her?
First
Are you trying to quiet her?
I am trying to quiet her. I want to.
So you're like putting your hand over her mouth, maybe?
No, because she'll bite. I'm gonna stick a piece of bread in her mouth. I'm gonna say, here, eat this. Tranquilo, calmate. Devon's going crazy.
There's a raccoon on top of a gnome sticking bread.
She goes, oh! She's like, oh! Now her
Don't
now
ever
her
make that sound
screams-
again.
Her screams go from like shock and surprise to like utterly terrified as tears begin to stream down her cheek and like stream down her cheeks, also filling her goggles, and she is just completely overwhelmed by what is happening in front of her.
Okay.
She begins to hyperventilate with the bread stuck in her mouth, and she finally just overwhelmed, just passes out.
This was a mighty foe we faced today.
This is how you meet all your women, Berg?
This is how we do it in the realms.
Honest.
Well, you were gonna murder her in the face.
Well,
She's at least quiet. All right, so
Oh, she's quiet.
she's good.
better take that bread out of her mouth so she doesn't choke to death while she's passed out.
Don't try to be all like nice now. You
Chivalrous.
wanted to murder her, so yeah.
I had a moment of
Shield,
weakness. All right.
Shield, I think you ought to grab one of these crossbows and take it for yourself, since you seem to be the only one who can carry
I don't
them.
think you should steal their stuff. I think we should wake her up, see if we can calm
So
her
that she
down.
can scream again? Yeah, your plan is terrible. Wake her up, Devon.
All right, I'm gonna
Roll
try
the perception
I'm gonna
check,
try
get
and wake
3.
her up. Is it my turn?
Okay, so yeah, combat's over, so there's no more turn order necessarily.
There's just chaos after combat.
Yeah, and now it's just her.
All right, well, I
laying
want to try to
there.
wake her up.
Oh, I'm gonna leave the room first. You're on your
What
own.
do I need to do to wake her up?
In order to wake her up, you're gonna have to, at this point,
I just have to slap
either
her
you have
once
to
or
have
twice
some-
in the
some
face to
type
wake her
of-
up? Or...
yeah, you have to have some kind of like either smelling salts or something that would bring her back to her senses. I mean, just slapping her in the
Berg,
face or
Give me some of your underwear. That'll wake her up.
is not really causing any. It's not-
Joke's on you. I don't wear any.
Oh!
Going commando.
All right, well, I guess nothing we can do. We should keep moving on. Hopefully she forgets about this.
I think we should. I think we ought to move on. Steve, what do you think? Shield, what do you think?
We move on.
All right, heading across the canyon.
All right, so I'm gonna come to this little stop here. So it seems like there is a passageway out, but
Ping yourself.
just a
Where are
cliff.
you?
You went to the south, to the southern exit of the crossbow room.
Oh, I didn't know there was an exit in there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, so I'm going to continue to follow Finn, who is in the lead.
Okay. I'll follow him as well.
Gnomes in here.
Do you want me to go first in case there's another crazy gnome with crossbows?
No.
I
I want to
there's
kill
no
them this
gnomes.
time if they attack. So.
There's no
you go.
gnomes.
Finn, once
Well,
you
your
get
eyes
into
aren't
that
very
cor-
good, so.
Once you get into that corridor, Finn, you hear first in Gnomish, you hear just some utterance of a command, and then in English or in common, you hear, "Who goes there?"
I say, can you not tell by the way I look? I'm Finn.
I don't know who you are.
You
I know
should
what you are.
Well, we are
Pointy
here
ear.
looking for assistance. We're trying to go and talk to your kings. We are told they have not been found.
The kings are missing, or at least missing in their minds.
But Doug or Dwayne, one of the cooks, making food back in the kitchen.
No, not this Doug.
Dilbo, was
Dimble.
it?
Dimble. Dimble.
Dimble?
Did you just
Dimble.
say Dill?
No, I
No,
said
he said-
Dimbo.
No,
He said Bilbo.
Man out of the gutter.
I didn't know what I heard. Well, we are guarding Nomergon. What is it you
No
wish
guard.
to do? Nomergon. What do you wish?
No
What is your
guard from
business
WoW.
here?
There's a dragon. We want to make sure everybody's safe. We're helping out the town master,
And we're looking to see
and we're looking for your kings.
we know that you guys make some crazy stuff, and we're hoping that we could get something from your people that might help us if we ever have to fight this dragon.
They look at each other, kind of. These guys look really nervous. They're definitely more on guard. And well, you have to prove who you are, because of late, not everybody is who they seem to be. So, give me proof that you are who you say you are.
So earlier I took the note from the town billboard. So I walk over and I hand it to
Job
him.
board?
I say, I took this notice from Fandolin, and we came to ask for your assistance. So I am Shield, a paladin of Torm, and we have come to look for your assistance.
And you are not a shape changer yourself, are you?
I cannot do this thing. I cannot change my shape. I can't change my form. Have you had problems with people coming in looking like different people? What's been going on?
Not everybody not everybody is what they appear to be.
I want to roll a perception check to see if these gnomes are who they.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 15 if you can see that, plus 5, so I got 20.
I can see that. No, they're very honest gnomes. They're very clearly are gnomes. They are very nervous and very suspicious. They seem, of all the gnomes you've met, they're the most at the ready, at least the most, suspicious of strangers. Their little tiny bows and little itty bitty daggers look very cute, but it does look like they would, bring them to bear if necessary.
They're also not glowing. I asked them, we came across several gnomes, the bakers. We came across a gnome on a crossbow turret that shot at us, would not talk, and just kept screaming. Is that the type of behavior you're referring to?
Factore, we're afraid that
She's crazy.
We're afraid she's lost in just the madness of her machinations to Gond. The other cooks, though, they've done well by their duty and have made sure that the clan has stayed fed.
Well,
But
we
I
are here to
apologize.
help.
But I apologize for Factore's behavior.
It's okay. She's sleeping off a bad hangover.
That is new for her.
Yep.
Been a while since she's rested.
Someone broke her crossbow. Someone will
Oh
have to
dear.
fix that.
That
later.
she will be very perturbed when she wakes up.
If she
Um,
wakes up.
We are here to help, gnomes. We would like to assist you with finding your kings or whatever we need to do. We have a dragon that we need to attend to, and we know that you can help us with that. So if we can help you, you can help us. I think this will be a beneficial arrangement.
Well, Dabble Dob and Fibblestib will be the ones to talk to you about the kings. They know more of their situation. We're solely here to be on guard for anybody changing shape or at least trying to deceive us. If you are to pass, you must offer me essentially just roll me a persuasion in this, as a charisma check to see if they believe what you guys are telling them.
I rolled an 18 plus 5, 23.
They feel very confident that you are who you say you are. Off here to the west, down some stairs, you'll find a bridge. You may cross readily over into the main part of our complex.
All right, thank you.
We
The
will
main
not attack.
part? Finn, lead the way. I will follow you.
Going across the bridge first.
Okay. To the west, right?
To the west.
What's to the
All right. As you start walking across the bridge, it takes you a little bit longer to cross. It is, especially for your weights and for your just your bulk, it's a little more bulky, but it takes, it's a precarious little bridge. It looks like it'd be about a 25-foot drop to the water below.
Like there might be blood
Barrick
up
has
ahead.
no problem crossing whatsoever.
Why you guys taking so long? Get across the bridge, fatties.
We're already across the bridge waiting for you.
Don't worry, my computer's slow. Hey, why don't the big guy go first?
I do not mind going ahead. So I pull out I have my shield, and I have my shield in front of me, like just moving down these corridors with my shield out in case anyone tries to shoot at us again.
Okay. You approach the entrance, and you hear and see this giant. There are these blades set into the floor, and they are spinning at an extremely rapid rate. It looks like there is like thick red liquid kind of splayed across the floor near these blades. These blades are spinning extremely fast, and look like they would be quite the obstacle to jump over.
They just recently painted this room red, and it's interesting. I don't know why they chose red.
Why they chose red?
I read a journal one time where there was a similar situation. What happened? He said only the penitent man.
The
penitent man must kneel.
So shield kneels
raccoon.
down.
He's small enough; he might be able to crawl under.
Can
him.
we maybe? So how far are these blades above the ground? You said they were on the floor, so the blades are inches above the ground.
They're inches above the ground. Yeah, they are. They're set basically to the ground, maybe an inch or two, off, and just spinning rapidly, along the floor.
So do you guys suspect that these are instruments of death, or are they,
I can see
turbines that help power some
lever across the way? Maybe if we can hit that, it'll turn this off.
Go grab a couple rocks.
And I can shoot it with my.
Well, shoot it with your bow and arrow then. Get out of the way, shield.
Is that possible?
Take a step forward.
You're gonna attempt to hit it. Looking at the position of the lever, it looks as if
it'd have to come backwards to activate.
It'd have to come towards you. It looks like.
What's up on the ceiling?
It's a 7-foot high, flat, square ceiling. There's nothing of just a very smooth stone with not really much to purchase.
Shield, can you throw a barrack across the fans? The other side.
Well, before we start throwing, I think I've got a grapple kit. Let me see if I can climb across. Dang guy. What about the walls? Could I traverse the walls?
The walls are very slick. They're hewn stone.
So shield says out loud. He's talking to himself, but he says, if there were some new powers that we have gained in this journey, I wonder if we would be able to find something within them that could help us use a hand from a mage. That if we had a mage with a hand, maybe we could.
It's like totally not even clicking. What is happening right now?
I don't even know
have
what
that
you
hand.
So I'm gonna use thunderclap, and I'm gonna break.
That's it. That's exactly what I was
Exactly
thinking
what I
of.
was thinking.
Varric, I will hold you over these fans by my trunk. You thunderclap them, break them apart into pieces, and we can cross.
Hang on. I've got Thunder Wave. A thunderous force sweeps out from me. I could do that. Or I've got this mage hand here. Just so happens I got some rope up here.
Throw it down.
I'm gonna go ahead and use this mage hand that I came up with by myself. Nobody
Don't be hasty.
Nobody is helping me with this. I'm gonna cast
If
mage
it fails,
hand
can
to
we
see if
push
I
him
can-
into the fans?
So the nice thing
Is
about
that a
Mage
fun-
Hand
Hold on.
is it's a cantrip that you can cast. There's no like, but you can just essentially anything within 30 feet of you, you can manipulate as you would as if you were, your own hand attempting
Exactly.
to manipulate.
And I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So okay, go for it. Are you gonna do it?
I did it.
Okay, you did it. So
Describe how you do it.
What do you do? What do you do, man?
I reach my hand into my pocket. I just cast mage hand. I just cast it. Here's my hand.
Okay.
Here's my mage hand. I'm gonna try to pull this here lever.
Oh,
But
it pulls
first,
Uh-huh.
I wanna. No, go ahead. We'll see what happens. Now this is where the blade slices us in half. So
No,
Alright.
you cast Mage Hand. It does this little magey handy thing over there. You're very easily able to pull the lever in the only direction it can pull. As you cast the spell, and this is the first time you've ever cast the spell, there is kind of this strange crackling, kind of prickly sensation in the air around you as you do so. And after you cast your spell and successfully pull the lever, from your back sprout these very beautiful iridescent butterfly wings, and just very very elegant and very beautiful looking butterfly wings. You can now hover over the ground and have about 30 feet of flying speed.
What the crap is going on with that raccoon?
that's new.
The fan blades themselves slowly whirl come grinding to a stop, and they are no longer moving.
Must have been something in that green bread.
But you now currently have butterfly
That's
wings.
new. Oh my gosh.
Arrested. He's a magic butterfly. You finally come out of your cocoon, Beric. Embrace your true self.
I don't know what happened just now.
I just got turned into a butterfly. Can I go?
I go.
Yeah, you may go. Anyone else?
Things
we're
just
good.
got
We're good.
really
We're
weird.
good.
I do just I kind of want to inspect this.
You didn't happen to quick save, did you?
Right?
Go back.
I
Barrick,
want to know what this red is. I want to know. If
Barrick,
it's...
you have wings
No, don't worry about it.
now. You, Ben,
Like,
do you see this?
do you hover over to the red liquid?
No, I'm gonna walk. Is it blood? Can I?
It is not blood. It is in
Butterfly
fact
wings?
It is in
Strawberry
fact
syrup.
more of, yeah, it's just like a thick, consistent, almost like an oily red substance. That looks like it's really what it's been doing is kind of been issuing forth from the piston and the axle of these fan blades, and so just as they've been spinning, whatever this
Grease
liquid
or
is used to
lubricant.
lubricate them, it's just been kind of flinging it as they've been spinning.
So, gents, I suggest we prepare ourselves for anything that's about to come after turning off this machine. Maybe let's get across the field quickly so that they don't turn back on while we're crossing them.
She'll just stares.
Don't just ignore the wings. Here, take a good look. Take a good look. There it is.
I think he might be
touch 'em?
attracted to you, Beric.
Can I touch them?
No, I'd appreciate
Fen,
it
have you
if
ever seen this? I've never seen you. You just sprouted butterfly wings, and you are not freaking out right now.
I'm gonna roll a history
History?
Have I
or
seen this before?
insight.
Roll
Insight.
Arcana.
What? That's a +0 for me. That one's garbage.
Oh, okay. Then you roll insight. Then
Just roll
it.
good.
You roll it.
Just roll good.
See that? See what I got there?
No, say it.
20.
Oh, you got it. Did you get a nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nat
good
20.
answers.
Insight.
All right.
I have to
So,
write this down.
Finn, you have more than been around the block. You have been in and amongst, again, the Fae. You are very, very accustomed to and knowledgeable about the way the world of magic works and just its general weavings and how it operates. You could sense that once Barrick cast Mage Hand, those issuing lights, those tingling sensations, the things that just kind of sparkle around him, you just instantly, it just kind of rolls off your lips and you go, wild magic.
Wild magic.
So the weave of magic is prevalent through the entire realm of Farron. There are places though where you cast magic or attempt to use magic, it always seems to create some kind of different effect or kind of tear in the fabric of magic. And this was obviously very clearly one of the instances that as he cast the spell, he became a conduit for it, for this wild magic to issue forth and kind of make a little bit of a change to him.
Finn, is this permanent?
Well, let me see.
Everything. No, you got a nat 20. You straight up are like Encyclopedia Brown right now. You feel like no, it's definitely not going to be permanent.
Unfortunately, it's not permanent.
Yeah, these weavings just seem to kind of right themselves eventually. It's almost as if it's like this, brief temporal shift in the weave that eventually just kind of pops itself right.
What are you guys looking at?
Are there any other changes that? No. Oh, never mind.
I don't know. You
let's
cast
go.
a spell. You see what happens.
No, I am not gonna cast a spell.
I know
right now.
better
I
than to
think-
cast a spell. Right?
Yeah, let's
Wild magic.
continue on.
Get ready. Still yourselves. Let's see if anything comes down this corridor.
Okay, so you turn them off so we can move now, right?
Oh yeah, those fans are no longer spinning.
Cool.
There's a
Can
lot
we
of
take
dead
a 2-minute
bugs.
break?
There's a lot of dead bugs and some rodents stuck to the blade side of the fans.
Cool. Can we take a 2-minute break right here before we continue on?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Sorry, everyone. 2-minute break. We'll be right back.
And I didn't even prepare a be right back screen.
I got one up.
Oh, that
We're
doesn't
just gonna
help for
sit
you.
here, or are you
Mute
actually
audio.
doing something? Oh, mute your audio.
No, the song, Rusty, is called Through Darkness. It's by Approaching Nirvana. It's wild magic music. You never know what's going to happen. Oh, the campaign? What's the campaign, Barry? Rusty would like to know. The Forgotten Realm?
It's Forgotten Realms, Farron. It's the Essentials Kit campaign. The Dragons of Icespire Peak.
There you go. Did you catch all that, Rusty? Dragons of Icespire
Peak.
Peak. Okay, perfect.
No one else took a break, huh? It's just me.
Mike left.
I did. Had to. It's getting hot under this tunic. We gotta get this moving. Get this wagon train moving. All right.
Get what moving? I mean, like, we're just sitting here playing a game. I mean, there's no moving.
Leather gets kind of sweaty, doesn't it?
I have wings. Don't worry about it.
That's true. That's weird. All right.
Good to know.
I start walking down the thing as lead hall walker.
Hank.
Like Paul Walker, but hall walker.
Too soon.
Too soon. It's been like 8
Or
years.
Not soon enough.
Too soon.
Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
I said, hail there, gnomes.
Are there gnomes down here?
Yeah, you shock these two little guys as you come lumbering out of the corridor. You open up and you enter into this clearly what looks to be a workshop / laboratory. There are desks that are strewn with parchment and beakers and burners and half-made inventions, clockwork contraptions. There are strange smells. There's like almost a copper tinny taste in the air as you enter. There's sulfur. It's just all manner of things strewn across these tables. There's another rise up to the northwest of the room, a little sheer cliff, and up at the very top is a stone pedestal that looks to have like a book resting on top of it. And there are two gnomes engaged in mostly an argument about what sounds to be like trying to come up with a solution to a problem that neither one of them can agree on.
I say, dibble-dob, fibble-stab.
I am Fibblestib. Thank you very much. And this is, in fact, Dabbledob. And who might you be?
I am Shield. These are my companions. Fen, the militaristic elf that's been alive for 300 years.
Hey.
And the butterfly is Barrick.
Barrick butterfly?
Don't stare.
I've never heard of a Barrick butterfly before.
I understand.
This is quite fascinating. They
Name is
run
Barrick.
right up to you, and they pull out monocles and they pull out contraptions for viewing, and they're staring and cannot believe what they're seeing at all. Like they've never seen the likes of you, much less one that can fly, and are just thrilled to have you to be in their presence. Where do you come from? Why are you here?
No, wait. I need to ask questions before you start asking questions. We're here to help. Your kings are in trouble. If we help your kings, we've been told you will help us defeat a dragon.
Who told you that?
That would be I didn't write down the name of the guard. Dimble the baker told us this.
Dimble the baker.
He told us that if we talk to you, then you could help us, and we could help you somehow with your kings who have lost their minds.
Well, the kings are sequestered at this point. Korbaz, I fear Korbaz has completely lost his mind, and this is what we're arguing about. I think all we need to do is subdue the poor man and get him to see reason. Meanwhile, Dabbledob is under the impression that, well, it's barbaric, but she wishes to throw him in the cellars, lock him away, so that the disappearing stops.
Disappearing?
Well, yes. There two of our clan have gone missing, have been missing for a fortnight. Fortunately, we were able to, we know that Nurkli and Korbaz are in their quarters, but we have yet to find two of our clan who've been missing for so long that we fear the worst.
Which of your clan is missing?
The clans who are missing are...
You just said that really weird. Are you
Sorry,
okay?
I went into bullet time to look up the names. Hold on. Oh, yes. Oren and Warren. We've not seen or heard from them again in a fortnight.
Oren and Warren are missing. Who are Oren and Warren?
Two of our clan, a couple of artificers who, in fact, were helping us in our laboratory.
And they disappeared from the laboratory?
They've just disappeared altogether. We've not seen them in Nomengard in quite some time. And Korbaz, I can't help but think that Korbaz is responsible. He's gone mad.
Where is Korbaz?
He's locked away in his quarters.
And his quarters are where?
Well, follow me and I'll show you.
Can we hang on a second?
Yes.
Are you aware that you're glowing?
Okay, so time out. Nobody's glowing. They're just different colors so that I can tell them apart.
Gotcha.
It's like having a bunch of minis from a box of minis and not having,
Okay.
try to tell them apart. So it's just different people.
Real quick, you guys aren't glowing. You look normal.
Oh, thank
Just so you know.
It's a new
thing. Where we?
Moisture.
All right.
You, on the other hand, Barrick, are a
I have
butterfly.
wings. Relax.
You do have one. Fascinating indeed.
You're like
Yeah,
a
let's,
moth more than a butterfly because you're furry.
Only. Oh, are you a barrack with butterfly wings? Darn 90s kid. Sorry, let's go.
So
Follow
I'm
me.
gonna pull out my crossbow, and I'm just gonna put one right between Devon's eyes, just for fun.
Okay.
And since I'm flying, I get a
Roll to
hoverboard.
attack. Well, if you wish to follow me, we can attempt to speak with Korbaz.
Let's go.
Okay, he walks up the steps
There we go.
and is headed up the corridor. And he
I am
says,
going to bring up the rear here.
While we're walking, have you seen any dragons?
We have not seen the dragon. We have heard of him though. Harbin Wester has made attempts to communicate with us. We are well aware though of the beast, as it has seemed to have driven.
Sorry, keep going.
Oh, it just seems to have driven more and more beasts of foul nature further and further towards our abode and villages, and even probably towards Fandolin, I'm assuming.
There's been some sightings. What are you guys doing to stay off such beasts?
Well, we stay in Normergard. It's kept us alive for centuries, this clan, and so far it continues to serve us well.
Not working on any special technology to, help you against such things.
Nothing that, I mean, we tend not to try to deal with dragons, as it would take more than the lot of us to overpower one of those beasts, no matter what it was we were to invent. And I'd rather prefer my head where it is.
No, I understand. As we were walking through your bakery, we just saw some interesting contraptions that were aimed at us and shot at us and
Shot at you?
yeah.
Factory. She finished it, I'm assuming.
I would assume she's taking a break right now.
I think she broke it though.
Factory. She seems
She
to
may-
have
she may have
acquired
broken
that space. She seems to have acquired that space all to herself. I would fear the same madness that has overtaken her as the same madness that has overtaken Korbaz.
Doesn't have to happen to be gold fever, does it?
Gold. We don't really concern ourselves with gold so much as our treasure is always knowledge. But whatever madness this is that has taken Korbaz, he has. I'll be honest with you. I believe Korbaz has Nerkly prisoner in that room.
Well, let's go find out.
Well, okay. He gets out of your way and says, "Proceed to the corridor. You may speak to. You can try to get him to open the door. I doubt he'll open it, but you may speak to him."
Barrick, why don't you pick the lock?
I will attempt. I'm gonna do a perception check first to see if the lock is to see if the door is booby trapped.
Yeah.
You can do an investigation on the door to see if it's booby trapped.
19 plus 6.
It's not booby trapped. It's just really well locked.
I'm going to attempt to pick the lock.
As you're scratching on into the lock, you hear from the other side, "May I help you?"
Yes, we'd like to come in and talk with you.
Is that you, Dabbledob? Leave the door alone. Do you not understand? I must keep Nerkly alive.
Can you remind me why?
The shapeshifter is after him and wishes to take him from me.
When was
I
the
do
last
not wish
time
to
you...
rule the clan alone. I wish to keep him alive, and I do not want the foul beast destroying what we have.
Valid points. I feel ya. Could you tell me the last time you saw the shapeshifter?
Well, it was not a fortnight ago. I've told you this before. It was in the throne room. It looked just like the rug.
Just like the rug. I remember you telling me that. And what did the rug do exactly?
Well, the rug reached out. It attempted to take him.
Right.
It was barely by the skin of my teeth that I was able to get him out of there, flee from the room, and get into our quarters.
Oh, I remember that.
Nobody will ever hurt Nerkly. Nobody. And you cannot convince me otherwise unless you can prove to me that this foul creature has been disposed of.
It has.
Oh, it has it?
No, I'm just kidding.
Why don't you roll
He's still around.
persuasion?
Could I, just so I'm aware, Nerkly, how you doing?
Nerkly is indisposed at the moment.
Oh.
But rest assured, Dabbledob, Nerkly has fallen under no harm, nor shall he.
Yeah.
This
You
is
open the door?
Finn. I am here with Dabbledob.
Finn, who is Finn? I don't know Finn.
I am a knight of the realm, and
Knight
I
of
come from a
which
long
realm?
line of royals, from the mountains of Jibber Jabber.
Jabber
That
Mountains.
I'm gonna write that
Pres-
down.
Such prestigious mountains you hail from.
They are.
Lord
You've
drop
probably
for
never
Devon.
been there,
You
but
sound like you have pointy ears
I do have pointy ears. I am a mountain
and a
elf,
long gait.
and we are here to help you. So we will go, and we will prove to you that the shapeshifter is dead. When we come back, we will bring the proof. Will you open the door when we bring you proof?
Oh, I would love to see proof of it, of the demise of this creature. I will not allow anything to happen to Nerkly.
All right. Just so you know, I will hold you to your word. If you don't open the
I will
door,
hold you to yours as well,
it'll be the last mistake
Master
you ever
Jibber
make.
Jabber.
Let's go.
You
To
do
the
the
throne
head shake
room.
thing again. Dibbledob, which way to the throne room?
Oh, he kind of yells back. It's just not around the corner here.
Okay. I assume it's the double doors.
It's the double doors. Dumbledoors.
Double door?
I push open the double doors.
Push open the double doors, and once the double doors open, what happened to my thing?
Happened to your voice.
Knock, knock.
Okay. In front of you is a very opulent throne room. There is a raised 3-stepped dais, carved stone thrones, a very intricate, delicate-looking rug leading up to, and several chests and just draperies and adornments of all kinds in this throne room.
I would like to investigate the rug. I do not want to step on the rug. I want to reach out and touch the rug with my trunk.
Okay. You
And I
reach
want
out.
to see- Yeah.
Okay. As you reach out towards the rug and touch it, it feels exactly like a rug.
I would like to lift the corner of the rug.
It's a little dusty, and there are a few dust bunnies kind of fluffing around as you lift it up, but it pulls up from the ground. The ground below it is, cool to the touch, and just seems very ruggy.
I give the rug one of those when you shake out a rug, you whip it.
Okay,
I do that to the rug.
You snort up a big old whiff of dust up your trunk and causes you to tickle your nose a little bit and let it sneeze, but it is definitely nothing more than a rug.
I'd like to
Say
roll a
Barrack.
perception check. We can perceive anything.
Okay.
Woohoo! I got an 11.
Well done.
Yeah, it it's an opulent throne room. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while, a couple weeks at least. And nobody's really been in or out. And I mean, as far as you can tell, pretty plain, pretty normal.
I'm gonna venture in,
Okay.
and I'm gonna inspect this first chest.
Okay. It opens right up. There's no lock on it whatsoever, and it is full of like silk garments, robes, pantaloons, tunics, even some slippers.
I've got my short sword, and I'm just gonna poke down to the bottom through everything with my short sword.
Okay. You hear it punk punk as you poke the wood. Just resounds with a little hollow echo. Tuk tuk.
While Barrick is doing that, I am going to use my divine sense as an action, and I'm going to detect good and evil until the end of my next turn. So anything within 60 feet, I should be able to detect.
Okay. It doesn't twinge. Nothing twinges. The hairs on the back of your neck don't rise up. Nothing tickles your trunk at this point.
I slam the rug on the ground very hard.
A lot of dust flies up from under it.
Let's just cut a piece of the rug, take it back to him, and tell him what's left.
You want to cut a rug?
Oh my gosh.
So I get out my loot.
He's
and
been
I
around
play.
for 300 years. He's learned a few moves in his time. Let me tell you about the time I won the dance-hall competition in fair runs.
Did I ever tell you about the time when I was a dance major?
In jibber jabber. I'm gonna inspect all 6
Devon is
chests.
trying so hard not to like break.
Was it Jibber Jabber Idol? Jibber Jabber's Got Talent? Jibber Jabber. What do we got?
Devon's angry.
Been around for 300 years.
I'm gonna inspect all 6 chests just like I did the first, just to see.
Yeah, more garments, shoes. Some of them look like they're some like clothes from older times, but it's mostly clothing. There's a couple of things that are like fine silverware or china, some dishes, even some crystal goblets and that kind of thing, but nothing like. There's some jewelry in a couple of them, mostly looking like even costume jewelry, baubles and those kind of things, like glass and beads, but nothing of like real like value.
Hey Finn, why don't you go try to convince what's his name to come to the throne room? Tell him that we're waiting here and that we have suspected nothing, we found nothing. The rug is completely dead. Come on, see if you can get him to at least come inspect this place with us. We'll wait here.
All right.
I pick up the rug one more time and slam it down again.
Dude,
More
let
dust.
the rug go. Will you stop doing that?
I knock on the door.
That was fast.
Yes, we've gone in. We've investigated. There's nothing in the throne. Would you come and show us?
I know there's nothing in the throne room. The beast appeared to be the rug and is no longer there.
Okay, where did it go?
Well, if I knew
If you had a guess, where would it go?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be locked up here tight. I would be dispatching the creature myself.
That's doubtful. A little gnome, you can't do much. But
Nice. Nice, man.
I don't know whether I should be insulted or honored.
Roll your inspiration check.
Yeah, exactly.
well, I guess we will go
Opposite of inspired.
search high and low until we can find this shapeshifter and bring you proof of its demise.
I just fear that more of my clan will go missing, but I cannot leave Nerkly alone.
Well, how
Do not
about
bear
I
the
stay
loss
with
of-
Nerkly and you go search with my companions?
Oh,
and I will
don't
protect
think
him
so.
with my life.
I think the only person equipped to protect Nerkly is me.
Doubtful.
And I assure you, Nerkly would agree.
But he can't really tell us that now, can he? Since he's conveniently indisposed.
He is protected and safe.
Okay. Well, I guess you can die. Bye bye. Just kidding.
Nice.
Okay. Well,
Do you want to? If you want to try to roll a persuasion to get him to open that, you can do that with what you're. Yeah.
I'll see if I can persuade you. Nope.
Not gonna happen.
He's not impressed by anything you said to him.
You can suck rocks. I'm out of here now.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna
I
go
like
keep
sucking
looking around. Do you have
Okay.
anything else that you tell us that might help us to find the shapeshift? Any hints or clues?
All I know is the beast was foul. It terrified me to my core, and I barely got away alive.
Did it have a particular smell?
Not that I can recall.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll be off, and I'll go look high and low. Shoot myself in the face.
I would like to investigate this door down here to the south.
Okay, the door is locked, but is just a simple door, just locked.
Dibble Dob, what's behind this door?
Oh, that is our treasury.
I'm assuming you won't let me in it to see
Well,
if there's a shapeshifter.
I would prefer that. Oh, I didn't think about them being in there. If I have your word that you'll touch nothing of value.
Define value. Yes, you have my word. Open the door.
The butterfly raccoon stays out.
I will have
Whose
to
side
ask.
are you on?
I will have to ask
Obviously not
Corbaz
yours.
for the key.
Who?
Corbaz?
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, let me check. Fibblestive, in fact, has a copy. Haha.
Nice. Let us
He
in
goes
this
off.
place.
Fibblestib. I will open it. You promised you will not take anything.
Yes.
We'll not take anything that we perceive to have any.
She hands you the key.
That's a she.
I open the door to the treasury.
You do open the door. And the door
Explodes and we all die.
Holy treasury, Batman.
This is a treasury, in fact. There are several different gizmos, gadgets, stacked
Aplenty?
brass sculptures, orreries, telescopes, microscopes.
What's it's galore.
It's just full of stuff.
Anything, Bobs?
20.
Wow.
I would
Who
like
cares?
to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Cast
Are you
detect
Sure you want
magic.
to do that?
Yes,
Last time
Detect
I
Magic.
got
Oh.
wings.
Oh.
I got wings last time.
When you
Sucker!
cast detect magic, there is not the same sparkly, prickly sensation in the
You
air.
don't have the sparkles.
But
Oh,
once
of
you
course
cast, once you cast magic, you can tell there are at least two very magical items. There is there's an amulet sitting on one of the desks that is of some of the finest craftsmanship you can even begin to imagine. And then there's also a little cylinder that looks about, I would say 1.5 inches in diameter, but it's only about 4 or 5 inches tall, but it is emanating with a magic glow.
All right. And I would like to investigate to see if. Well, no, I'm going to do Divine Sense again, and I'm going to see if there's anything evil in this room.
You sense nothing whatsoever. Divine Sense is a cantrip?
It's a action that I have. I can do it 4 times per long
It's an
rest.
action. Okay. But not really a spell then?
No, it's not a spell.
Okay. You, again, sense nothing in this area.
Okay. No, it is a spell. It's a hallow spell.
A hallow spell?
Yeah. Anything affected by the hallow spell, because it's granted by my deity. So I don't know if that's the same.
I don't know. For the sake of our game, we're going to roll it.
Okay.
and nothing happens.
Cool. So I tell my companions that I don't sense any evil in this room.
All right.
Cool.
So,
I'm just gonna call out if there are any shapeshifters in the room.
Nothing responds to you when you ask if it's evil.
Worth a
You
shot,
try.
butterfly. Worth a shot.
Do they tell me they're not evil though? Does
We're
cabinet,
not evil. We're not evil.
Does the chest go? We're not okay.
No, it does not.
all right. So I leave the room.
Okay, where are you headed?
Oh, this door right here.
Yeah, there's another door up there that we can get through, and then
That door just goes to the other side where the book
Never-
is on
Never
the.
know what'll be up there.
so what's
No,
what's in the book?
We've seen it on the other side, guys.
Down
Double
below.
Dob. What's behind this door?
That is our sacred text. Probably the most valuable, irreplaceable, sacred treasure we have ever possessed.
Yeah, we
Double
get it.
top.
Open the door.
Dibble Dob, if I was a shapeshifter and I knew there was something sacred that you guys would not touch and investigate, I would turn into that object.
Oh, you don't think that it's taken our sacred text, do you?
What would you do, Dibble Dob, in
Possibility.
the
Oh, I had not considered this.
You're a scientist.
I, yes, but I suppose I'm blinded by the love of knowledge
science?
more. Yeah. And the fact that I wish that I could never even conceive that it would be damaged, nor have we've never left its side. I'm remiss to open the door, but alas, I will open it. But please, I must implore you, treat it with much care, unless of course it decides to bite you, then destroy it immediately. But do not damage it.
You have my word.
Okay.
That's mine.
Hands you another key, and then steps back, almost reverently steps back. And I will now
Alright.
figure out. Remember to open the door. Come on, man.
Hey, there it is. The door is opened.
Door is opened. In front
I
of you
am
is about a 3.5 foot tall pedestal, with a very beautifully bound leather book, old parchment pages, illuminations and script, just gorgeously scrawled onto the pages themselves. It's quite a beautiful specimen.
Shall we touch it?
So your spell, the detects magic, it just emanates from you for a duration, right?
My detect. Let me see what
Your
detect.
your divine evil or whatever it was.
Detect magic, or
No, the one where you're like looking for evil things.
let me see. Divine sense.
A divine sense.
Maybe.
Within 60 foot until the end
Until
of
the
your
end of
next
your
turn.
next turn. Okay. And you do this 4 times per long. So how many times have you done it so far? 2?
I've done it twice.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's within 60 feet. So if I did it down in the other room, that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. It would be within 60 feet radius.
It didn't emanate anything as far as, fiendish or otherwise.
I pick it up with my trunk.
Your trunk?
It has a nice heft to it. It's very solidly made. It is old, but it's well cared for. So it doesn't have really like the signs of, that it's about to fall apart very easily. But at the same time, you sense that it's very old.
I gently put it back down with care and respect for this old tome.
So nothing there.
No, it seems to be a book, unless the shapeshifter is. I've never fought a shapeshifter. Fen, have you ever fought a shapeshifter?
Let me roll for
History.
Natural.
Did you get a natural 20?
Can you not see that? I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
did
looking
get
at
natural 20.
your-
So
I'm not looking at your dice camera.
So what you can't help but think that you've heard of creatures like this, again in tales and lore. Uh, at first, you may have thought maybe it was a doppelganger, so something that took you know the shape of other humanoids. But because Korbaz was saying it looked like a rug, you have heard of things called mimics, who are able to take the shape of nearly anything, that it's its own mass, and essentially disguise itself until some unlucky soul walks into it. They're not necessarily um, evil so much as they are just a predator that's trying to eat.
A menace.
So Fen,
Mimic.
then my detecting evil would not, like, these creatures aren't evil in nature, correct?
They don't have an evil alignment. They're more of just a neutral predator.
So it could be this object. So it could be anything. I was
It
relying
could
on my
be-
divine sense to
It could be
point
anything.
out what it is, but
hmm It could literally be anything of its mass and size.
I didn't want to tell you earlier. I wanted you to learn the lesson the hard way.
this is a lesson I
Have you
learned.
learned it now?
So, and Finn, as more as this has gone on, as more they describe it, just the pieces have kind of come together. You're able to kind of place together again the tales you've been told, the lore you've heard. The history of your people is so long and storied that you remember from times in either in instruction or in schooling, or even just tales told by travelers through your forest, that creatures that have one person was sitting at their desk, and suddenly the chair just swallowed them whole.
Okay.
Go
I'll
look
never
at
sit down again.
the throne. Didn't perceive anything in there.
No, we did not.
We did not.
There is Dibble Dob. There's one more passage here, and it's where does this passage lead? To the east and up?
Those would be our quarters. Most of the clan is there now, resting before we have a large lunch.
And you said that the clan has been disappearing. Could these mimics, could they turn into beds or mattresses or blankets?
If it was of a similar mass and size, yes.
Should we investigate there or double back to the throne room? I mean,
Well, let's go hit there first. Since people have been disappearing, that's probably the easiest place for them to just disappear into their mattress.
All right. I'm just going to jump down this cliff here.
I'm just gonna leap over your sacred text, slide on down that hill. I'm just an elephant. Don't worry about it.
It's faster that way.
Much quicker.
So I'm going to go up to... There's a lot of people here. Gnomes, do you mind stepping away from your mattresses for a moment, please?
There is almost in unison a gasp as you walk into the center of the living quarters of the domiciles. Every single gnome that's just been sitting or hanging out or carving on a stick or playing with a little mechanical item just stares in absolute amazement as you enter the domicile. There's a smoldering campfire in the center that looked like it was from the evening to keep the cave warm. It's currently put out. And there are just a gaggle of gnomes, dumbfounded gnomes, staring at you unbelievably, looking up as you touch the ceiling with the top of your head.
I say, yes, I am. I have been asked here by assignment by your king to inspect your bedding. If you will all please come over here
The
against
king? You've
Yes.
spoken to the king?
Yes, wait.
What about the king? What does the king say? What was he all right?
One question at a time.
What? I don't understand.
Come
Who
over
are you?
here.
What are you? Why are you?
And then as they're talking to me, I talk back to Fenn and Barrick to check the beds while I have them occupied, and I just talk to them while Finn and Barrick do
They're
their thing.
climbing over you. They're inspecting your armor. They're holding your trunk. They're looking closely at the.
That's not my
inspecting
trunk.
your skin. from this height, I can't tell.
So I distract all the gnomes so that they can do their thing. Just talking to them and lifting them up in the air and putting
if
them.
Barrick and Finn want to make a stealth check into their quarters. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
16 plus 5.
I got 16 still.
Okay, no, you very easily, as distracted as they are, can start to enter the quarters and poke with the bedding.
I'll take the one on the right, one on the left.
Okay.
Barrick, where do you want to be? Because you're like in the way over here.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm coming. I'm sorry.
Stop being sorry.
I know. I'm coming.
Do it.
Oh, there's a lot of people in here.
Poking at the bedding, Fenn doesn't react. It doesn't seem to rise up or jump at you or anything. Same with you, Barrick. The bedding just seems like a bedroll, a well slept in bedroll. You can continue with the same stealth roll if you want to move to the other rooms.
That's what I will do.
Okay. Same thing as you're in those other rooms. The bedding, the adornments, all the different things in all their personal effects. Nothing leaps out and jumps at you. Nothing attacks. Nothing is it seems kind of doesn't produce any results. The gnomes though are just bananas over this giant elephant person in their midst, and I literally are on his shoulders, climbing up his arms. They're holding onto his shield. Just absolutely fascinating. They're talking about Nerkly. They're talking. Is Korbaz come out yet? Have we found Dylan and Billin and whatever those guys' names were?
Biffer, Buffer, Buffa.
So I asked the group of gnomes. I said, where were they? Where were the gnomes last seen that disappeared? We are trying to track down what has happened, and we are coming up empty-handed. Where were they last seen?
Well, they do work for Dabbledob and Fibblestib. They would have either been down in the gardens collecting specimens of the mushrooms, or they would have been across the way, either preparing, grabbing some food or drink or whatnot. But we hardly venture out of the canyon, the clan. There's no need, as we have everything we would ever need here.
So Dibbledob and Fibblestab, they.
Well, they work for. They're understudy. They were understudies for Fibblestib and Dabbledob. They were learning the ways of alchemy, the ways of invention, just being blessed by Gond in general.
Thank you, kind gnomes. You may go back to your beddings. Thank you very much for your hospitality, and we hope to help solve your problems soon.
Thank you very much. And they engage you in as many questions as you're willing to answer, for as long as you're willing to answer them. Once they realize that Barrick is also something they've never seen before, same kind of thing. They're excited, one, that you're about their height, and so they're not climbing all over you, but they are asking questions. From where do you hail? Who are you? We've never seen the likes of you.
And they look at Finn and see that it's best not to.
Don't touch me.
Anyway, so they're willing to talk to you as long as you're willing to talk to them, but at the same time they're like, well, if let us know what you find. We're obviously curious about our kings. Hopefully that you will get Korbaz out of his madness and rescue poor Nerkly. I can only imagine what the madness has caused.
The madness, yes. Seems the madness. So I say, Finn, Barrick, can we speak over here in the corridor away from the gnomes?
We sure can. Let's get over there. Where'd you go? There you are.
I'm just in the corner here.
No, I know. I see you.
I seems like we have searched everywhere for a mimic. It seems like if there was a mimic here, we would have flushed it out. They did mention the Mushroom Islands, but I suppose we could venture towards the Mushroom Islands and see if there's anything there. What? I don't know. We could break down the door of the kings and we can demand to see.
Break it down. Are you kidding me? That's Ankar mahogany.
But right now, it seems like we have searched and we have come up very empty-handed. And the gnomes,
What if I'm the mimic?
What if it's me?
I have wings.
How do I not know it's me?
I've been putting this off long enough, guys. I have
We
wings.
can
and I'm
test
not
it.
okay with
Let me get my knife and stab you and see what happens.
I'm not okay with this.
Um.
I've been freaking out inside a little bit.
So if we head over here to this cliff door. Hey, come with me, guys. Let's head over here.
Which cliff door?
Just this one that kind of reaches outside the barracks. I wonder if I could fly over to the Mushroom Kingdom. I don't want to
I mean, we
fly.
could just slide down the cliff.
Got
Yeah.
about 35 feet of flight movement. Yeah.
I think we need to. I think we need to persuade. What's his name? A little bit harder to come out because we're not seeing any signs anywhere that there's anything living here. I'm kind of.
Barrick, you can fly, Barrick. Why don't you go check out the islands and and tell us if you find anything within the mushrooms?
What if I find death?
Well, then
Right.
yell, and we'll get
You
there as
can
soon as
fly.
we can.
All right.
Or not.
I guess I'm gonna check on over there. I'm gonna fly to the red and green first, and I'm
I'm gonna check on over there.
I'm gonna roll some investigation. 15 plus 6.
All right, 21. The mushrooms are pretty fascinating. They are of all kinds of shapes and sizes. The color is consistent, but again, the shape and size is extremely different and varied amongst the entire crop. You can see places where the gnomes have used shovels and picks and different kinds of gardening type tools to cultivate the ground, to keep it, fertile and to keep it good growing medium. Looks like they put back the leftovers from their food. There's a natural composting area. It has a very like pungent smell to it. But as far as you can tell, nothing around you seems to be reaching towards you, or at least attempting to entrap you.
So I'm gonna fly back.
Check the other island.
I don't think there's anything there. I'm gonna land.
Check the other island.
And then I'm gonna come back up to these guys and say, guys, I don't think there's anything there. I think it's just their food. Plus, how do the gnomes get to the island? I'm a little curious.
I imagine they can swim.
Well, yeah, but that seems a lot with garden tools. Maybe. I think that our problem lies within the royal chambers. I think we need to get some proof of life.
I think we give it another shot or two, and then if we get nothing, stop wasting our time with these gnomes.
I am very charismatic, so if you let me,
you have at it, elephant.
talk to them.
Please start your conversation.
I'm about
with
ready
the
to
king
start
with
murdering
that line
gnomes.
and say,
I was looking at my stat. I was looking at my stat block. I'd have to say.
I knock on the door to the kings.
Yes.
Say, King, my name is. I'm known as Shield. I'm a Luxodon. I'm a paladin of Torm. It is a long story if you have time. I don't imagine you are going anywhere as you are locked in your room. I need to speak with you and your brother. Both of you.
He is not my brother. We are married, thank you.
Awkward. It is very hard to tell but by your names. Anyway, We need to speak with both of you, and it needs to be face to face. Please open the
Well,
door so we may speak with you.
I have no. Okay, so you're trying to persuade him. So go ahead and roll a persuasion.
Okay. Let's see. My persuasion is +5. 7 + 5. That's pretty awesome.
He is just barely enough convinced that you hear a key enter the into the lock. It turns, and very tentatively he opens the door. It kind of creaks itself open. Hold on, give me my zoom here, people. And then the door opens. This is not the thing I wanted. Go away.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
There's a rug in there.
The mimic.
Well, you are not at all what I expected.
You
No,
gonna
I
touch him too.
can't imagine.
He backs away. So you have dispatched of the creature, or you feel as if, and he backs even as you enter the room deeper. He backs even further into the back of the room, sitting in the corner, mouth covered, arms at his side, kind of stuck in like a gluey type substance, is another gnome whose eyes are wide and terrified, and who can make no noise because again his mouth has been it's almost like a sticky substance.
Cocoon?
Yeah, no, kind of like a cocoon. More they look almost like really thick spider webs, but more like a yellowish brown color.
Yeah, he's evil. Shoot him.
Which one?
The red dude.
What?
Do your
I
magic
am
thing.
at.
Find out if he's
I am-
evil.
Well, they could. Okay.
You sense no evil from the previous casting of your spell.
So
I do not wish you to come any closer. I'm willing to speak to you, but do not come any closer to my beloved Nerkly. I will not allow any harm to come to him. You see, he is safe.
It looks like Nerkly is terrified. Does he need healing? I can
Is
heal him.
safe. Worry not for Nerkly. He is safe.
Safe from what?
Safe from the creature, from the beast, the shapeshifter. I believe I've told you this.
Okay, we have not found the shapeshifter. Is it possible that the shapeshifter is in this room?
I would assume that we would both have expired at this point if it was in my room.
So why is this safe? Why capture him like this? I don't understand.
Nothing can enter. Nothing gets in or out of my room without me knowing it.
What happens to you if you expire? Then what happens to him? Can he escape from this? If you die in here?
I will not die in here.
How do you
I
know
keep
that?
the door
How do
locked
you know
and
that?
nothing is. I know I'm safe in here because nothing in here is moving but me and him.
I would like to make a perception check to see if that is true. I would like to perceive in this room.
Okay.
I don't even think I have good perception. What's my perception? 0. That is a 19.
Nice. Nothing else in the room is made any kind of movement or appears to be unnatural, or anything kind of strange. It all appears to be his room.
Can we speak with Nerkly? Nerkle, please?
Nerkly is safe.
Can we speak with the safe Nerkly?
Roll another persuasion.
That is 2. Oh my gosh. 2 + 5.
Listen, I've allowed you in here because I hoped that you would have some sort of plan for flushing the beast out. As you can see, no harm has come to Nerkly. I will keep him safe. If you have no plan, or if you are just here to rile me up, I would ask you to please kindly leave.
I have a plan. Steve, Shield, will you go grab him? We're gonna free this guy, so we're gonna talk to him. I'm tired of talking.
All right, everybody, shut
Devon,
up and
Devon,
roll.
can you get in here? Can you get in here and aim your bow at this guy's face, please?
Shut up and roll initiative.
11.
15.
7.
Who got the 7?
I did. 10.
And Shield 14.
17.
17. Beric
11.
11. Okay, Shield.
I am going to move up. So what did you tell me to do, Barrick? You told me to
Subdue him, grab him, hold him steady while we can free his buddy here.
Okay, I am going to grapple her, and I am just going to hold her tight.
Okay, roll that grapple attempt.
This is a terrible idea, but we're going to go with it. So that is 15. Is that plus my strength modifier? So 15 plus 3? 18?
Okay, you scoop that little dude up very easily, no problem whatsoever. He is grappled and held fast.
All right, and I just hold him. I said, okay, I got him.
I'm gonna move in. Oh, is it my turn?
You can. It is
turn?
your turn.
I'm gonna move in, and I'm going to attempt to cut Nico Brick free from his binds. Mostly his mouth. I'm gonna go with his mouth.
Once you touch the filament, the second you touch it, or your dagger or whatever, it sticks. So wherever your hand grabbed, it is now stuck. You cannot remove it, and your dagger is now dangling there, stuck to the filament as well.
I'm gonna cast Thunderclap to see if it will. Ooh. No, that won't work. I got nothing. Anybody else?
Okay. That's all you got. Fen, you notice that Barrick grabs the stuff. He is now stuck. He kind of goes the uh-oh look on his face, and he can't move. The shield has picked up the little gnome, and he's wriggling, trying to get away, and is extremely perturbed that he is being held fast.
All right. Walk over to the gnome in Shield's hand. Put a blade to his throat. Say, either let him free or die. You decide.
Roll intimidation.
Oh my gosh. I cannot be a party to this now.
He pulls out his knife and he drops it.
The son of a... Oh, man.
He
dropped it.
He grins this wild, maniacal, just bat turd crazy look on his face. And he decides to what he's gonna do is because the madness is overtaken. Hold on. He waves his little finger. And he's going to cast Ray of Frost with advantage at Fenn's face.
Oh no.
How can he cast anything while he's being held?
He's grappled. Grappled means he has no movement. That doesn't mean he can't let off a spell. All he's got to do is point his little finger at you like this, and you're gonna. So I'm assuming a 19 hits.
Yep.
A frigid beam of blue-white streaks towards you. Let's do this because we got it. Whoosh! Whoa. you are going to now take 1 whole point of freezing damage.
That's it.
Yep.
There's a lot of build up for that. I was
That's
nervous.
all he rolled. Yep, that's all he rolled. But he did get a frosting off, and he is inconsolable and incapable of being negotiated with at this point.
Okay, that is good to know.
Deal.
My turn. I am going to
Crush his head. Crush his head.
I am going to, since I have them grappled, I would have grabbed them with my trunk and grappled them. So I'm going to take my shield in my right hand in a punch to the gut. I am going to slam my shield into this tiny gnome. I guess it would be into the gnome's whole body because it's really small. So I'm just going to boom.
You're gonna like use them as another side of a symbol, basically.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's no need to like roll to hit. So you just need to roll damage.
I don't want to kill this gnome.
I want
but
you
I'm
to
gonna
kill
use
the gnome.
Divine Smite.
Okay.
That is one of my abilities I have as a paladin.
Okay.
So when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to expend that spell slot. See, I don't know how to do that. I'll just go to spells and spend that slot. So because I hit, so I get to roll 1d8, so 3d8 damage.
Okay.
Let's see here. So 3d8 damage. That is 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
You bong his skull so hard against that shield that he blacks out instantaneously and crumples into a heap at your feet. Nerkly lets out like a pained moan, and even more tears start to pour over his face as he watches his husband just collapse to the ground.
I say he's not dead. I've just stopped him from.
I've just brained him. He's not dead.
Whatever this is.
I've just brained him is all. He's not dead. Fine.
He'll have a headache.
Nerkly, you can tell, obviously is very conflicted about everything that's going on. Is just like trying to like get you to do, check on, like, you can't tell what he's doing, but he's just agitated, perturbed, sad, all of the above.
We're trying, buddy.
I say just burn them both and leave.
Burn them both and leave.
Something happened.
I don't know. Must have been the mimic.
Okay.
Exactly.
So he's incapacitated. Korbaz is completely incapacitated.
More about these. Oh, go ahead, Steve.
No, I was gonna say I guess we try to. Well, you grab the stuff and it just stuck to you.
Right.
Barrick is held fast to the stuff.
More about this stuff. Like, does anything affect it?
Nothing in your current repertoire.
Can we burn it? Does it look like it can be burned?
You can light a torch and hold it against it.
Ben, you have a torch, correct?
Yeah, can I use it on your brained friend?
Your brain.
Okay.
Friend. Hey.
So when you guys light the torch, Nerkly is like, he's like motioning as best he can towards the body or the unconscious form of his husband on the ground.
Oh, I searched Korbaz.
I think Barry just had an aneurysm.
As you
I
search
think he did too.
the body,
I searched the body of Korbaz.
you find on his person a couple of daggers, a few little copper coins, but also a vial containing a very silvery-looking, opaque liquid. Fortunately, in the pocket on the other side of where you smashed him into the shield. It's not damaged, nor has it spilled out onto the ground. It is just in his pocket.
I hand it
Nerkly's
to
like-
Finn.
Hand it to me. I'm the one on it.
No, you're stuck, and Finn has rolled like 20s and is super knowledgeable of this game. So I hand it to Finn. I say, Finn, look, what is this?
Nerkly's like, no!
I rolled. They shut the heck up, Nerkly. I'm busy remembering
Put
the
it on
history.
Wait. Put it on the. Put it on the what?
I got 19 for my history, so
It's like
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this is gonna
you can
clear up.
basically say,
I'm gonna
tell
clear
from
up
your
that
days
crap.
as a soldier, this is unsticky liquid.
Yes, this is
The
like
good
goof
thing
off, Gooby
And
gone,
one day as a soldier, you needed to
It's
get a
Gooby
snack.
gone. It's goof off.
Gooby gone.
Goof off.
So we're just gonna pour it on this guy, and I'm gonna slap him. My troubles.
The bonds, the filaments begin to instantaneously dissolve. Beric's hands come free. The dagger falls to the floor. Nerkly takes a big, gasping breath. Oh, you idiots. Why was that so hard to figure out?
I attack Nerkly or whatever his name is with my longbow. I'm rolling to attack right now.
Listen. As insane as he was, and I do not fault you for knocking him out, it was necessary. When my husband has fallen prey to some madness, there is indeed a creature in our beloved complex. My clan is in danger. He was only doing what he thought best. We must eradicate this creature before my husband comes to. If you could please lay him on the bed, check on him. We can find this creature, eradicate it once and for all, and save my clan.
Yes, let's do that. Can you tell us where the hell the stupid thing is?
F this guy. He's good on his own.
I pick up Korbaz, and I am actually going to heal 2 points of damage to Korbaz. Not enough to wake him up, but I just want him to not
Not be in the throes of death. Not needing to be making death saves while you guys are fighting the monster.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, so I heal him for 2.
Nerkly takes the time to kind of check him over, make sure he's comfortable, cover him up, put him in the covers, and says, let's leave. We can lock him in here. We can find the thing. And that is where we will leave you tonight, to be continued in the search for the mimic of Nomergard.
Oh, that stupid mimic. We probably walked past it.
Oh, that was awesome.
Well,
My favorite part was that the NPC was mad at you.
oh man.
That's a
Anyways.
big map. I'm glad we didn't come here first.
It's a huge map.
Because if
Big
this is
map.
like the first place that we came,
We all would have died a long time ago.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot happening here.
it's true. There's like one place that we have not searched on this map. I guess there's 2 places. We never went over there to the right where all those barrels are, did we? Devin, did you head over
No.
that way?
We
Did
never
not.
went in.
No,
Never went in.
never went in.
Well,
and
that
then-
was a lot of
then
fun.
We don't know if we walked past him in the first area too. The mimic was one of the bakers or something.
Yeah.
Could have been a
we didn't know.
chair. Could have been anything.
Yep.
According to my dynamic lighting from Roll20, you have not quite uncovered every possible visible area.
Mm.
Yeah, there are a couple places over on the right that we could still go. So,
Yeah.
well, that was a lot of fun.
Interesting.
There's some magical items in here that we're gonna have to go back and see if we can get without just outright stealing them.
Well, and you have, and again, part of the quest is to ask them for some aid by way of magical item or something you might think might help. So that is the whole of the quest in general.
Well, very cool. All right. Until next time.
Wow.
Thanks everyone for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you all later.
Peace.
Hold on, there's a button I gotta push.